Roberts alongside Nick Brown. Very excited to bring you this contest tonight as Ruston High School is getting ready to take on the Stephenville Yellow Jackets. It's a battle of unbeatens here in Lobo Stadium on the campus of Longview High School. And again, we said it in the previous segment, can't stress enough how great it's been to be here. Everybody treats us well, and one of the main reasons for that, Nick, is because of their tremendous respect for head coach Jared Ball.
Absolutely. Carswell and I went out to the car to put some things up, and the guy handling the door said, ask about Jared Ball, ask how he was doing. His son played for Jared Ball. I said, make sure you tell him that J.O. Williams said hello. It doesn't matter who you run into because of the amount of respect they have for Jared Ball, the time spent here, and, of course, his relationship with head coach John King,
right,
who I understand is going to be at the press in the press box tonight when Longview takes on their opponent for their district. Rockwall, I believe, is who they're facing. So he is on the mend and recovering. The business tonight here, Kyle, this is a very good Stephenville team. They can talk about it being a mismatch, 200 more students, all of that. They're undefeated. I think they're 114th ranked nationally. This is a very good Stephenville team coming out on the field now.
Why don't we take our first Southern States equipment call down to the sideline to Toby Nations. Toby, got a lot of fans already coming in here tonight, but Rustin seems to be representing well, just like Stephenville. What's the atmosphere like down there on the field?
Yeah, you can tell that our stands are starting to fill up. You got to walk a long way up and then walk a long way down, then come back up. You know, it's kind of in a bowl. But, you know, going back what y'all talking about, Kyle, as far as hospitality, when we were coming in, we actually brought all the popcorn upstairs for the press box, you know, so evidently they're treating us like family here.
All right, we'll take another break as we have the coin toss down on the field. We should have the kickoff coming up shortly. You're listening to Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com. Booth on the campus of Longview High School in Lobo Stadium. Let's take a look now at the starting lineups brought to you by Lanyap Animal Health. And Nick Brown, I'll let you look at the offense first for the Bearcats tonight.
Before I get to that, Kyle, I want to tell you our captains tonight. Defensive lineman Caden Beatty, number 51, Brooks Brown, number 50, number 42, running back Vincent Jackson. Looking at those starters, I'm going to jump right in with the offense at left tackle tonight for the Bearcats. Number 73, Logan Ashley. Left guard, number Jacalen Blackman. At center, Brock Singley. Right guard, Nick Hawk. Right tackle, one of our captains tonight, Brooks Brown. Tight end, we'll get to that in just a minute, but you see some changes. Samad Hudson is in street clothes tonight, so the nod will go to number 16, Cullen Clark. Inside receivers, Kanshawn Malcolm. Caleb Jones. Outside receivers, Josiah Morgan. Alex Hunt, a quarterback tonight, number 7, junior Sam Hartwell. At fullback tonight, Little question about whether he would play tonight. Lander Smith is dressed out. At running back, number 5, Dalen Powell, Jeremiah Freeman, or Davis DeMoss getting the call.
All right, and then really quickly, as we're about to get ready for kickoff, let's go ahead and take a look at the Lanyap Animal Health starting lineup on defense for the Bearcats.
Certainly. Keegan Goldsmith at defensive end. Defensive tackle Nick Hardison. Good to see him back. Rakeem Potts at defensive tackle. Defensive end is Braylon Osborne. Weak safety Miles Brown. Might linebacker Aiden Adams. Will linebacker Keelan Davis. Strong safety Trendon Moore. Kicker punter Rakeem Ramos. Corner Jamarius Anderson, Jaden Ennis safety, and Devin Major at the other corner.
And that kickoff is fielded at the 24-yard line by Colin Clark. He'll return it past the 30, and the Bearcats will have 1st and 10 at their own, it looks to be their own 32-yard line to start this game tonight. We want to again welcome everybody into our broadcast here. Our first quarter brought to you by Jim Taylor Ford. As the Bearcats are going to get the ball to start tonight's contest, they're in white uniforms, very clean and sharp-looking white, with red pants and a red helmet, red stripes on the shoulder pads, and red numerals trimmed in black. For Stephenville, they almost look like the West Virginia Mountaineers from a color scheme. Very dark blue and gold. Man in motion is Keshawn Malcolm to the near side, and it's a handoff out of the gun to Powell. He will push the pile forward past the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Ruston Bearcats.
And Colin Clark is at tight end, Kyle, entering the contest now. Interesting to see how he does. And that is our fullback, number 10, Lander Smith.
And you hear that there are some noisemakers here on the Stephenville side. We are the visitors tonight, and so that you can kind of hear the Shakers in the background. They have certainly brought their fans here tonight. I formation, 2 receivers to the far side. Powell gets tripped up, but he'll still get a few on the play. It'll be a 3rd down and 3 situation coming up for Ruston.
Yeah, Kyle, that one just tripped up, prevented from being a big game for Powell and picking up the 1st down.
So 3rd down, and actually they'll mark him just shy of the 40-yard line, so it'll be about a need of 2 yards coming up for the Bearcats. Shotgun set, trips near side. Hartwell fakes the toss, and he's going to get swallowed up and lose some yards on the play.
Yeah, design. Not sure if that was design play or that was his read, but it was the incorrect one as they've got to him and knocked him down. Going to be a punting situation for the Bearcats.
Bearcats go 3 and out on their first drive of the night. Let's take a Southern States equipment call down to the sidelines to Toby Nations.
Hey, he was just holding on the ball a little too long there. I was hoping he'd give Dalen a chance, to make a play, but it happens.
Such is football. Joaquin Ramos stands at his own 20-yard line, and then back to return is Xavier Gonzalez at the 35. Ramos with a low punt. Gonzalez fields it, and he muffs it, gets it right back up, and he'll take off, gets to the 40-yard line before he's taken down, and it will be 1st and 10 Yellow Jackets to start their first drive of the night.
Yeah, tackle by number 13, Alex Hunt. Kyle, something to watch out. That punt nearly blocked. It was a line drive punt, and those are the ones that can be returned. Fortunately, he bobbled that one. Good job of coverage by Hunt, but we got to watch that one real close to blocking the punt off of Ramos's foot.
All right, so the first drive of the night for the Yellow Jackets. Zyler McClendon, the running back, will line up next to the quarterback, Trot Jordan, in the gun. So shotgun set, 9:55 to go in the first quarter. We're scoreless. And it will be a handoff, and there's Rakeem Potts, just like you would expect. He'll tackle the runner. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10 coming up.
A good tackle from Potts, and people try to run against him and challenge that. Going to be interesting to see different quarterback for Stephenville this year than opposed to last year, and see if they go to the air on this one.
Yeah, Jared Baugh talked about the danger of their receiving core this past week. So they've got 3 wide receivers set, 2 on the near side. Trot Jordan, a 5'10 junior quarterback, so not very tall per se by quarterback standards, but for all that we have heard and read, an excellent gunslinger. And he'll do that, just that, as he throws it out into the flats. Pass is caught. And it will be a 3, maybe a 4-yard pickup on the play, and that'll be Brighton DeVivo in on the reception. It's going to be 3rd down and 6.
The backup quarterback, Kyle, for the Stephenville Yellow Jacket. The backup quarterback for the Denver Broncos played for the Stephenville Yellow Jackets, Jared Stidham.
Shotgun formation. Jordan, play fake. Drops back, throws, incomplete. Great coverage by the Bearcats, and that was Darius Woods, the defensive back, in there to cause that breakup. It'll be 4th down and 6, and so we'll go down again to Toby Nations, courtesy of Southern States Equipment, and that's back-to-back punts for both of these offenses.
Yeah, good job by the Rustin defense there. I mean, hey, they're going to kind of feel each other out a little bit. Last year it got off almost kind of the same way, but I think they're trying to fill each other out a little bit.
Davis DeMoss will return this punt, standing at his own 24-yard line. Bearcats not bringing pretty much anybody for a block. DeMoss will let it bounce ahead of him, and it will take a Yellow Jackets bounce to the 20-yard line, and that's where it will roll and stop. So the Bearcats are 80 yards away from pay dirt for this upcoming drive. 8:54 to go in a defensive first quarter so far. We're scoreless, and that scoreboard brought to you by Robert Temple State Farm.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're good to see Davis DeMoss. We're going to talk about the punting return woes the Bearcats had this week during their junior varsity game. But it was here at Stephenville, I believe, that DeMoss may have fumbled one here, but certainly he has not fumbled one this year. Been out a few weeks with a ankle injury, so good to see him back in the lineup. I know the Bearcats are glad he's back there.
I formation, Lander Smith the fullback, Dalen Powell at tailback. One receiver to each side. Hartwell takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. And Powell, no, the ball comes loose, and it's a fumble, and Stephenville recovers. So excellent field position for the Yellow Jackets following the fumble by Dalen Powell.
I'm going to tell you, this defense of Stephenville, very good. They gave up 7 points in their first game against Midlothian Heritage. They shut out Everman in game 2. They gave up 6 points to Godley, 13 points to Wiley, and La Vega put 28 on the board with them, but they really have not given up that many points during the contest. Their offense scored 64, 52, 45, 45. The lowest outing was 28 points in game 1. So they are 5-0 on the season, Kyle.
First turnover of the night for either team. And now Jordan in the gun, 2 stacked receivers to the far side. Sends McClendon out into some space. He'll drop back to throw over the middle. Caught. Yep, that's a Stephenville touchdown, and the Yellow Jackets strike first. A 19-yard touchdown toss. And that's to Jet Benuelos.
At number 2, guarded by number 2. Coverage there provided by Charles Scott. Good for the Yellow Jacket touchdown.
So a quick capitalize on the fumble for a 19-yard reception. And let's see, the point after is up, but there was a whistle.
False start on Stephenville, Kyle.
So this is going to back the Yellow Jackets up. Ooh, that's a crystal clear ref night.
Yes.
Not a lot of interference up here, considering the home side for Longview is plastic seats and concrete construction, and so easy to get some of these high-tech devices working properly. That was a big trouble that everybody had across the board last week out at Alvarado.
And here's the thing, interesting. I was talking to, actually, Stephenville plays Alvarado. It is played at Alvarado. I'll share a story with you sometime tonight about that.
McNeese's point after is up, and it is good. Stephenville 7, Rustin nothing. 8:43 to go here in the Jim Taylor Ford first quarter. Back after this is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
I'm Brett Brown, and when I want fireworks, there is only one place I go, and that is Family Fireworks. Family Fireworks supports all Rustin I activities. John, Barbara, Jim, Jennifer, and Philip Ford are all Rustin I graduates. Family Fireworks is located at 116 UPS Road off Highway 33 in Ruston. We are the tent in the back. Just like you celebrate Bearcat and Lady Bearcat victories, come celebrate your firework holidays with us. We have been making memories for over 20 years. Come have fun with Family Fireworks. Ford family says go big Ruston. Following
a turnover from the offense, and so it was a really quick strike to Jet Benuelos. 6'3" wide receiver Nick Brown. That's what we talked about. This Longview, the Stephenville team is dangerous going through the air, and they certainly did that with a beautiful strike into the back of the end zone.
Yes, they did, Kyle, and that's one thing we really need to work on is the coverage, so it's going to be challenged many more times tonight.
Another short kick. Powell gets under it and fields it. He's at the 20, now bounces near side, gets hit at the 25, and he'll be tackled down. I think they're going to mark him at the 28, maybe the 29.
So last week we were at Alvarado, and we had trouble communicating with Toby on the sidelines due to interference. And they talked about, oh, you're at Alvarado. Wasn't the glass. If the weather's good, you've got to go up on the roof to do the game. So if we ever find ourselves in Alvarado again and it's not raining, we'll be on the roof.
Or a deer stand.
See what the Bearcats could do here, Kyle. Really important drive. I'm trying to think of the last time the Bearcats have trailed. Oh, did we trail versus Longview? Is this the first time the Bearcats have trailed this season?
It may very well be. Shotgun formation. DeMoss in at tailback. Stands next to Hartwell. He'll take the handoff. DeMoss past the 30 to the 33-yard line. That's going to be a 4-yard pickup on the play. Jim Taylor Ford is proud to support the Bearcats. Check out their inventory on the I-20 North Service Road in Ruston or online at jimtaylorford.com. Second down and 6 now for the Bearcats, trailing 7-0, 8:15 left to go in the first. Again, the scoreboard brought to you by Robert Temple State Farm. Shotgun set again, 3 wide receiver look for the Bearcats. And again, those are the Yellow Jacket shakers that you hear in the background. And they're a pretty good ways away, too. You can tell they're really loud. Hartwell, his pass is tipped, and I think Morgan still somehow brought it in. So Josiah Morgan brings in the tip pass for a 3-yard gain. An excellent awareness by Josiah there to haul that in. That could have been a pick 6 if a Yellow Jacket had gotten under that instead. It'll be 3rd down and 3 instead.
You're right. If Morgan doesn't go and fight for that football, Kyle, we're going to be down 13-0 there. So great job by him. And that's one thing you look, Kyle, you mentioned the linebacker tackling Davis DeMoss on the carry before that. They're going to stack the box and force the Bearcats to pass the football.
Shotgun formation, 3rd down and 3. Handoff to DeMoss, trying to find a seam and nothing there. He might have gotten 1 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 2.
Now, what you're going to see there, Kyle, and of course, out tonight is Ahmad Hudson. You're going to see teams put more players in the box and say, okay, now you're going to have to do something other than run up the middle to beat us. And that's going to be interesting to see how this offense adjusts tonight. This one trailing 7-0 here in the first quarter, 6:50 remaining from Lobo Stadium in Longview, Texas. Ramos out, last punt, Kyle, nearly blocked. Got to get that out. Hunter Soto back to block for the Bearcats.
Xavier Gonzalez stands at the 30-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. This will be Ramos' second punt of the night. That one's another one that was dangerously close, and Gonzalez fields it at the 33, tackled and down at the 40-yard line, and that was Cade Kelly in there to make the stop for the Bearcats, and they'll actually mark him at the 41.
Hey, Kelly hustling down the field because he is the snapper, so we got down pretty quick. Good job by Kelly on that coverage.
Let's take a Southern States equipment call down to the sidelines to Toby Nations. Toby, do you anything that you're seeing as far as the offense from your perspective going 2, 3 and outs?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing y'all are. I mean, Stephenville's doing a really good job. I think they got 8 men in the box, and without Ahmad in there, it just kind of sells out that they're going to stop the run. We're going to have to beat them passing.
Jordan back to throw. Pass is caught on a slant and into Bearcat territory. That's Adam Juergens. And so Aiden gets a gain of 19 on the play down to the Rustin 40-yard line. So Yellow Jackets back in Bearcat territory. 6:10 left to go in the first quarter. Yellow Jackets 7, Bearcats nothing. Jordan out of the gun. McClendon stands to his left. He'll hand it off to McClendon. He'll bounce outside, and he's got room. 35 to the 30, 25. Tackled just inside the red zone. It'll be a first down pickup. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Bearcat 18-yard line.
Put a big stiff arm on Jaden Andy when he went by on the left side. Things you normally don't see. Bearcats on the heels right now of going down 13-0 as Stephenville on the move.
So another shotgun formation coming up. And a play fake. Pass over the middle is caught. So this just these slant patterns are working really well for the Yellow Jackets, and now they'll have first and goal at the Bearcat 5-yard line.
Number 2, Charles Scott, in on the tackle for the Bearcats.
So first and goal at the 5-yard line. This drive started all the way back at the Stephenville 41. Jordan again in the gun. Takes the snap, back to throw, just into the corner of the end zone. Overthrows his wide receiver. That was intended for Caden Monk. 6'2 freshman.
And 6'2 freshman, size advantage on Charles Scott. Scott did a good job of coverage. Got to be careful. Never turned and found the football. It was going to be dangerous to get a pass interference penalty.
So back to throw. Nope, it's a handoff, but there is a flag thrown. This is likely going to be a false start on the offense. So that's a good break for the Bearcats.
Good break right there for the Bearcats, Kyle.
So that's going to bring it back to second down and goal from the 10-yard line now. .504 left to go in the first. Yellow Jackets 7, Bearcats nothing. And there again is that Stevenville crowd that you can hear loud and clear. And another false start on the offense, it looks like. So back-to-back really good breaks for the Bearcats. So this will be second and goal from the 15-yard line. So it looked like Stephenville might have been able to just waltz into the end zone. And now, Nick Brown, second and goal from the 15-yard line now. This might be the break the Bearcats needed.
Absolutely. Keep backing them up. That's exactly what to do. Now you got to prepare yourself for that slant that's definitely coming.
All right, second and goal from the 15. Bearcats defensive line shifts. A handoff to McClendon. He'll go up the middle. Maybe a yard or two on the play. And now it's third and goal and a pretty good ways away for the Yellow Jackets.
Linebacker Aiden Adams, number 4, in on the tackle for the Bearcats. Is this first quarter going by really quick? You talk about the first half of the season going by quick, Kyle. 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Third down and goal. Jordan. He'll go from the gun. Takes the snap, back to throw. Goes over the top. Intercepted! Intercepted by Rustin. That's Keelan Davis up the near side. 25 to the 30.
That should be a flag, Kyle. Late hit. He was out of bounds when that final tackle was made. Dalis getting up. Pardon me for interrupting. They showing great composure. Would have loved to have seen a 15-yard penalty on that one, Kyle. He was already out of bounds when that final tackle was made, but a great job. Bearcats now have the football.
So it is 7-0. Yellow Jackets lead the Bearcats. 4:18 to go in the Jim Taylor Ford first quarter. Our scoreboard brought to you by Robert Temple State Farm, and that interception was returned pretty much from the goal line, so a 32-yard interception return sets the Bearcats up. Hopefully they can drive back down and score. Nick, this was first and goal at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, hey, here's the thing. You wondered, Bearcats been punched in the mouth pretty much on this first 2 drives. Now going to answer it with this one.
Davis to Moss. Still in at tailback. Hartwell goes over into a slant, and that will be caught. 3-yard gain on the play, and I believe that's going to be Caleb Jones.
Okay, I'm going to look at it and have the size on it, but that pass nearly deflected again. Big Paul getting in for the Stephenville Yellow Jackets.
Second down and 7 to go. Now Powell checks back in at tailback. 2 receivers near side. Lander Smith in motion behind the line. Hand off to Powell. Bearcats still searching for their first down of the night. And they're not going to get it there. It'll be a 4-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Let's take a Southern States equipment call down to the sideline to Toby Nations.
Hey, good job on that interception. Good job by Potts of applying pressure. The Stephenville quarterback had to get rid of it a little bit early. So, I mean, good job by him getting a little pressure, and that's what we're going to have. We're going to have some pressure.
3rd down and 3. Shotgun set, trips to the near side. Hartwell takes the snap, hands it off to Powell again. Powell, burst of speed, has the 1st and more. Into Yellow Jacket territory down at the 40-yard line. Gain of 21 on the play, and no better time than that for the Ruston Bearcats. Four wide receiver set, 2 on each side. Hartwell, back to throw, quick pass, caught. Josiah Morgan up the near side, 25-20, tiptoes the sideline, and he'll be out of bounds inside the red zone.
Love what Morgan did there. He caught the ball, didn't try to turn back in the middle, went straight to the outside and beat the defensive back, got the leg up and put on a good move, pick up some good yards for the Bearcats. Bearcats driving.
Now trips to the far side. Alex Hunt in at receiver. Keeper for Hartwell. Hartwell bounces towards the 15, spins towards the 11. He'll pick up 5 on the play. Second down and 5 for the Bearcats now. Rustin needs to get some points. 2:15 to go in the first. Stephenville 7, Rustin nothing. And this drive was started thanks to an interception from Keelan Davis. And as Nick Brown said, probably should have been 15 extra yards based on some extracurriculars. Hartwell, right side, pass batted away. Jackson Richmond for the defensive line of Stephenville gets his big paw up, 6 foot.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, 6'5", going to have to block him because that is the 3rd time. That's the 2nd time he's batted one down. Nearly got the 3rd one. Well, really, that's the 4th one because one was deflected and Morgan was able to bring it in. So, you got to block it. Watch. Run away from number 0, Jackson Richmond.
3rd down and 5. Ball at the Stephenville 12-yard line. Cats in the gun. Quarterback keeper. Hartwell bouncing outside, has room to the 10, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 6, and that should be right at the 1st down marker.
Now, again, we're playing with Texas officials, so it would be the same thing as college football rules, Texas interscholastic rules. See if they call for a measurement. They're saying 4th down. There goes 1st down.
Terrific run by Sam Hartwell. We've seen a lot of those this year.
Well, he made a great decision, Cal. He was going to turn it up, and they stopped that hole, went to the bounce to the outside, picked up the 1st down.
Shotgun set on 1st and goal. Hartwell looks towards the sideline for his play call. Under 2 minutes to go in the Jim Taylor Ford first quarter. Bearcats down 7-0. Hartwell with an empty backfield. Fires to Morgan. He'll catch it and go out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Ruston High alum Robert Temple loves the Bearcats. Robert Temple State Farm is located at 935 North Trenton and Ruston. Good luck, Bearcats, from the Robert Temple State Farm team. 2nd and goal now at the 2-yard line. Shotgun set, Hartwell with Powell right next to him. Handoff, Powell pushes the pile. He's close. I don't think he's going to get in. We'll wait and make sure that we see the officials mark him
I don't
down.
think he got in, saw his knees go down, then a push after, but I believe his knees were down, so it'll be 3rd and goal for the Bearcats. Big Hunter Soto coming in, the heavy lunch package I like to call it, so see if they can power in and push this one in.
Double bacon burger with some fries and cheesy tater
absolutely.
tots. That's the package.
Inches away from this touchdown, and Longview to hopefully get on the board and tie this game up.
Hartwell under center. Lander Smith in at fullback. Hartwell takes the snap. It's the tush push, and he's in, but there's a flag thrown. They'll call an illegal procedure on the Bearcats.
That was going to hurt there. Didn't see it, but we'll check on the replay, but did not see that false start on the Bearcats.
So a false start on Rustin. Goes from 3rd and inches to now 3rd and goal from the 5.
At this point, you see how the game has gone so far. You're on the 6-yard line. You don't pick up anything here. You kick the field goal to put points on the board to make it 7-3. Do you go for it and you've got them pinned deep? Going to be the decision of head coach Jared Ball after this play. Hopefully, Bearcats get a touchdown and we don't have to decide that.
3rd and goal from the 5. I formation, 2 receivers far side. It's a 2 tight end set, Cullen Clark and Hunter Soto. A toss to Powell. Powell rips past the 5, spins. His second effort, is it going to be enough? I don't think it will be. It's going to be 4th and goal, just shy of the end zone.
Back to right where it was. I thought he got in. Great effort, not second. It was the 3rd effort. It was a spin, a pirouette that got him right there on the goal line. Bearcats going to line up and go for it to the shock of no one.
4th and goal inside the 1. Hartwell under center. Hands it off to the fullback. No, and he's not going to get it. A loss of 1 on the play, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Bearcats offensive lineman slow getting up on that one, but just a good defensive stop by Stephenville. I thought the Bearcats went hurried, handed off, and just knocked him back. The defensive line was there, had no shot to get in.
Tell you what, Nick, Stephenville has come to play tonight.
They have, and you go back to last year's game, that was an embarrassment for them. Came over here on Saturday, bragging rights between Louisiana and Texas, and they are no joke. Got to be careful here.
22 seconds to go in the in the Jim Taylor Ford first quarter on the Robert Temple State Farm scoreboard. Jackets 7, Bearcats nothing. Shotgun set. Trot Jordan takes the snap, back to throw. Both of these teams just had a down and goal to try to get a touchdown, and both teams unable to get any points on their previous 2 drives. That was a good 6-yard pickup on the play to the tight end on an out route. They'll be 2nd down and 4. That did stop the clock. Now shotgun formation, 3 receiver look. Jordan, here that same, just sort of a button hook, and it's going to be close to a first if he doesn't have it.
Miles Brown on the tackle for the Bearcats. You're going to give him that cushion, 2 or 3 dink and dunk on you down the field, moved out and picked up a first down.
So it will be 1st and 10 for Stephenville. And this may very likely be the last play of the first quarter. And it is from the Robert Temple State Farm scoreboard. Stephenville 7, Rustin nothing. This was a good one here tonight, folks. Back with the second quarter after this. It's Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there. Contact local agent Skip Russell for a quote today.
Life is a workout, so make it a good one. Fuel your body with what it needs at Smoothie King. A delicious meal packed with energy, protein, and power.
Firmly founded in 1936, Pierce Lumber has been your go-to for quality building parts in Ruston and North Louisiana. Located on 1032 Burgessville Road, we carry tools from DeWalt, Milwaukee, Senco, and Ego Power Tools. We're your home for locally sourced lumber and quality building parts. As well as being your local supplier for Benjamin Moore Paint, we offer delivery of our products from our door to yours. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram, and remember, if you're making it, make it with Pierce Lumber.
No one can predict the future.
Far as the Stephenville Yellow Jackets have a 7-0 lead over the Ruston Bearcats. It is Yellow Jacket football at their own 13-yard line. Kyle Roberts alongside Nick Brown. Toby Nations
Fumble
on the sideline, and that was close to being a Bearcat recovery inside the 10. And the ball just slipped out on Trot Jordan's hands. That's a really good break for the Ruston defense, and it's going to be a loss of about 6 on the play.
Well, you look at that defensive line applying that pressure. You know you have Keegan Goldsmith or Rakeem the Dream Potts coming at you, and ball slipped out. See if Bearcats can take advantage of this, Kyle. Now, really watching this team play from behind is something that we haven't seen. They've got to drive when we get a stop and a turnover here.
2nd down and 16 to go. And Jordan may have drawn a Bearcat offsides. It's a free play. He'll fire downfield and incomplete. Just leads Aiden Jurgens a little bit too far. But this is going to likely move it forward by 3 yards. It'll be second down and 11.
A lot of great quarterbacks. So 5-yard penalty to Bearcats jump lead. That was Ethan Russell. But I will tell you that Art Briles,
yep,
quarterback and coach college football. His son-in-law coaches at Mississippi State, went to Stephenville as well.
Second down and 11. Jordan in the gun, 3 wide receiver set. Snap a little low, but there's that slant again. And my goodness, what a huge hit by Miles Brown.
Yeah.
And the ball was dislodged and knocked loose.
Yeah, Miles Brown, great. He said takes physics with Orlando Elliott, and I go in his room every day. Mr. Elliott needs to tell me just to stay out. And I tell him every day, how's it feel to be the second best Brown athlete on the hallway? He said, well, I have the best hair of any Brown. I said, yes, you do.
Brighton DeVivo is down, so we're going to take a quick break to address the injury timeout. Here in the second quarter on the Robert Temple State Farm scoreboard, Yellow Jackets 7, Bearcats nothing. Back after this. This is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
No one can predict the future, but there are preventative measures to ensure our properties, belongings, and families are protected. At Provision Security, this is what we do best. Our team of security professionals install and service the latest technologies in security alarms, access control systems, IP cameras, and much more. We take pride in securing the homes and businesses of North Louisiana. If you're ready to safeguard what matters most, call us at 318-255-1566 for a free quote. Provision Security remains dedicated to protecting your past.
So, hope that young man is okay.
You go
Already
through
a little
now.
thin at
Already
tight
at the end at tight end, you're going to move possibility of moving number 91, Hunter Soto, over. But he's out on the defensive line right now. It's going to be a busy night for that young man. We'll see what they do. Or let's go your 4 receiver set.
Third down and 11 for the Yellow Jackets. Ball is at their own 12-yard line. Jordan takes the snap, quick play fake, steps up, and he's going to get sacked for a loss. Good blitz by Trendon Moore for the Bearcats, and he'll bring the quarterback down for a loss of 3, and it will be a punt from the shadows of the goalpost for the Stephenville Yellow Jackets.
You got to give credit to Charles Scott on the near sideline, covering his man. That's where he wanted to go. Of course, he didn't have much time with the Trendon Moore applying the pressure, but good job of coverage by number 2 for the Bearcats.
State Farm agent Kim Dupree has 2 locations, 1001 Trenton Street in Ruston and 101 West 5th Street in El Dorado. Contact Kim Dupree for all your insurance needs. So here in the Kim Dupree State Farm second quarter, Bearcats down 7-0. Had a chance to score, turned it over on downs on 4th and short. And now it will be a punt. This one's a very high kick, but doesn't go very far. DeMoss will call for a fair catch, and he'll get it at the Stephenville 42-yard line. Let's take a call down to the sidelines, brought to you by Southern States Equipment to Toby Nations.
Yeah, really good job by the defense there, of forcing Stephenville to punt. And, hey, man, the Cats just got to get a little stuff going. I mean, as you sit here and talk about this, I mean, only down 7. We've been behind, against Longview this year, but the kids, they're still fighting.
Hey, any news who's going to be at tight end with Cullen Clark?
Hey, Nick, I knew they had moved Lander Smith a little bit in some packages to tight end, but it's
Just
probably
like this one.
so it's probably going to be Hunter Soto also as he gets a little breather.
Yeah, so Smith now in at tight end on the left side. It'll be a designed run for the quarterback, and there goes Hartwell, and he'll be tackled after a gain of 5 on the play, down at the 37-yard line of Stephenville. Low-scoring affair so far. Polar opposite of last season, Nick Brown, when it was just an explosion of points there early. I think the final score, 63-21, something like that?
I believe it was 63-21. They left. Stephenville left a little embarrassed. Had a lot to prove coming out here tonight. Just won. And that's what they do when you play the Bearcats. You circle it on your schedule.
Shotgun set, 2nd and 5. Handoff to Powell. Powell hits the line, and he'll get 2 on the play. And now it's going to be 3rd down and a long 3, close to 4. So 3rd down and 4.
Bearcats now 3rd and 6 here on the 36-yard line. Need to pick up this first down, Kyle, get some points on the board. Can't remember the last time we've been shut out in a – maybe going back to the Dome. Did we score
We don't talk about that.
No.
Shotgun formation, trips near side. Hartwell goes to the right, overthrows his intended target, incomplete. That was intended for Keyshawn Malcolm, and it will be 4th down and 4. You got to be in 4th down territory here, Nick Brown.
Oh, definitely you are, because the punt's going to gain you nothing here, and the line drive punts, the last two, nearly blocks. The Bearcats going to go forward here, hopefully pick up the first down.
Fourth down and 4 to go. Shotgun formation, trips near side. Hartwell takes the snap. Oh, good screen slant over the middle and fighting for yardage. It's going to be close. Alex Hunt, he's got it.
Hunt did a great job there. Reddick came to the inside, brushed off the defender for the Yellow Jackets, picked up the first down. Bearcats now in hurry-up mode, Kyle.
So first down and 10. Hand off, Dalen Powell out of the gun. Powell gets inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. 4-yard pickup on the play. Go back to Alex Hunt, Nick Brown. A terrific reception there. And not only that, the yards after the catch, that's like second, third, fourth effort. Hartwell back to throw. Going to go into the end zone. Up. Pass is incomplete, intended for Malcolm, but there is a flag thrown at the line of scrimmage.
That's usually in the vicinity of holding for the Bearcats.
So we'll wait and see what the call is. Holding on the offense. So this will be a replay of second down. So this is going to come back from 2nd down and 6 to 2nd and 16. So the ball spotted back at the 37-yard line. As Nick Brown talked about earlier, Texas high school rules mirror the NCAA rules. Empty backfield on 2nd and 16. Hartwell. They're just going to throw up a prayer in the vicinity of a receiver, and that's fans are going to want intentional grounding. I don't think they're going to get it. And now it's going to be 3rd down and long. 3rd down, 16 to go.
And that's different. The Texas officials love to talk with the microphone. Everyone from Stephenville complaining had wanted that penalty. And he told him, no, number 1's an eligible receiver. He is there. Now Bearcats some work to do here with 3rd and 16.
$8:24 to go in the Kim Dupree State Farm second quarter. From the Robert Temple State Farm scoreboard, Bearcats down 7-0. Hartwell out of the shotgun. Back to throw. Gets a good block from Powell.
You could see a flag on. He caught the football. Unbelievable, but they're going to say he was out of bounds, I do believe. But he caught that one with a Stephenville defender riding his coattail. Should have been a PI. Pushed him out of bounds.
That was a beautiful catch by Alex Hunt. Too bad that one's not going to count. And now it's 4th down. So the offense heads over to the sideline for the Bearcats. And unfortunately for Rustin, looked like they might have been able to get a decent drive with good starting field position. That hold was really.
Yeah, the holding really pushed him back. Kyle, there was a lot of continuity. I mean, you just felt that drive had it going until the penalty.
Joaquin Ramos to punt. Not a very long kick. In fact, nobody back to return for Stephenville. That's going to take a bounce and just shy of the goal line. And I think that's Cade Kelly, another terrific play on special teams.
I look for Cade Kelly, and you go through the deep snapper we talked about last week. We had the big lead, and we snapped when the punter wasn't there. But he turned around and said, okay, I'm going to find the football. He found the football, tapped it down right on the goal line. Now see if the Bearcats can take advantage of this great break they have.
This is going to be 1st down and 10 at the 1-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Terrific punt. Down by Cade Kelly at the 1-yard line. So after that early touchdown from Stephenville, it's just been pretty much all defense for both of these teams.
Absolutely. It's one surprising with some of the scores that we've put up this year, so certainly a good team. And they're ranked number 1 for a reason. Undefeated at 5-0, put up a lot of points. Their defense doesn't give up many.
First down and 10. Another out route. This one's caught, and there's more space for DeVivo. To the 20, there's a flag thrown way back near the goal line. Curious to see what this is going to be. DeVivo's catch has him down to the 35. That's a 34-yard pickup on the play.
You know, Kyle, you look from watch it develop way up top, as we can see. You saw that if they were able to complete that pass, it was going to go for a long distance with a man covered.
And this is going to go against the Bearcats. So already a 34-yard reception, and this is going to just tack on more yardage, and this is likely going to put the ball right at midfield.
You know, a lot of adversity tonight. That, you haven't seen things go this south for the Bearcats this season, but still a lot of football left to play and only trailed by 7, Kyle. 8:01 remaining here in the first half.
Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers. Jordan will take the snap, hands it off. McClendon bounces outside, and there's Aiden Adams, the linebacker for the Bearcats, doing a great job there of hauling the rusher down and preventing any gain on the play.
You might have heard Trendon Moore's name over the public address. Believe that was Adams on the tackle for the Bearcats. A lot of Bearcat fans made the short trip to Longview tonight for this one.
Clock moving here in the Kim Dupree State Farm second quarter. Ruston down 7-0, nearing the 7-minute mark. Jordan back to throw from the gun, throws it up, incomplete. So that was a little miscue between quarterback and receiver.
There was a hitch. The quarterback wanted the hitch and go. The wide receiver just did the hitch, so no go on that play. Fortunately for the Bearcats, incomplete, and it's 3rd and 10. Okay, a little bit too much explanation by the official every time someone complains, but no, he was there. So, see what the Bearcats can do here, Kyle. 7:03 remaining here in the first half. Bearcats, you had to put up some points.
Shotgun set, second down. Jordan is about to be flushed out of a collapsing pocket, goes to the far side. And he'll be wrapped up by Aiden Adams again. Back-to-back tackles for the sophomore linebacker. And it'll be 3rd down and long. Ball just on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Good pressure applied by number 99, Braylon Osborne at defensive line.
So you'll notice there will be no
hydration timeout.
Thank you. But there will be a 2-minute, and it rhymes with schmorming.
No,
we're not allowed to say.
Yeah, you're not allowed. That is trademarked by the NFL. 2-minute timeout. We will have that.
So it's going to be 4th down and long. And a punt coming up. And Davis DeMoss back to return at his own 15-yard line.
You know, special teams for Stephenville have done really well with the punts, no returns.
From McNeese, fielded by DeMoss. He'll get it at the 16 and tries to break
Looked
free.
like a face mask, but DeMoss is down, trying to make something happen there.
C.J. Spellmeyer hauls it in, gets the tackle.
And that's something been a concern of head coach Jared Ball. Kyle went out to the junior varsity game, and unfortunately it was a bad night special teams returning kicks for the Bearcats. Fumbled a lot of them, so a lot of emphasis placed on that this week at practice. Good to have DeMoss back in the lineup after the ankle sprain.
Bearcats need to get some points up on the board. And let us not forget that it will be Rustin kicking off to start the second half of play.
Kyle Landersmith in at tight end once again.
Little sweep action, and that's to Morgan. He'll get past the 20, up to the 22. It's going to be a 4-yard gain on the play. We'll take a Southern States equipment call down to the sideline to Toby Nations.
Yeah, so far the Bearcats, they're settling down a little bit. Got to figure out what we need to do, how to move the football. So, we're just down 7-0, so kids, they're still excited down here on the sideline.
2nd down and 6. Hartwell puts a man in motion again, and that's Morgan. Fakes the sweep, hands it off to Powell. Powell, nice move by Powell, just putting his shoulder pad into a defender. Gets to the 31, gain of 9 for a 1st down, Rustin.
Good job by that offensive lineman. Saw Brooks Brown out there pushing ahead, as well as number 76, Brock Singley.
First down and 10, Rustin at their own 31-yard line. Two wide receivers to the near side is Malcolm and Morgan. Lander Smith in an H-back off the line. Hand off, and that's DeMoss. He'll get tackled, falls forward to the 34-yard line, 3-yard pickup. Second down and 7. .445 left to go in the first half. Stephenville 7, Ruston nothing. Trips on the far side. Lander Smith in at tight end. Hartwell. He'll hand it off to DeMoss again. DeMoss breaks one tackle and gets just past the first down marker to keep this Bearcat drive going. First down and 10, Ruston at their own 42-yard line. So the chains move. Today's booth sponsor is Wood Marine at 600 East Georgia in Ruston. Go see Jody Wood to get a new boat or to keep your boat serviced. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers. Hand off to DeMoss again. He'll get maybe a yard on the play, Nick Brown. It'll be second down and 9.
Yeah, we've talked about it first game back after the high ankle sprain. A lot of carries. You're going to see a rotation between he and Dalen Powell tonight. So second down and 9. We want to remind you to hang tight for the Thompson's Barbershop halftime show. Toby Nations will have Hunter Smith and then another special guest coming up as well. Don't want to steal anybody's thunder. Second and 9. Ball at the Ruston 43-yard line. Quarterback keeper. Hartwell goes outside. He's going to lose 3 on the play. Back to the 40-yard line, and it's going to be third down and 12.
You just got to give credit, Kyle, to Stephenville. They're forcing Hartwell to go to the outside, and quite frankly, there's nothing there, and shutting down the running game for the Bearcats. You see, and we'll talk to Toby in just a minute about this, what they're doing defensively that's giving the Bearcats trouble tonight.
Third down and 12. Ball at the 40-yard line. .239 to go in the Kim Dupree State Farm second quarter. Ruston down 7-0. Designed run for the quarterback. Hartwell gets past the 45 to the 47-yard line. He'll make it fourth down and 6. And so it will be a punt situation coming up for the Bearcats. Joaquin Ramos has been busy tonight, Toby Nations.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been tough so far for the Bearcats to get anything going. I mean, Stephenville's doing a great job of mirroring Sam Hartwell. They've got a guy on him. If you watch him, as soon as he moves to do something, he goes with him.
I don't know if he's going to get this punt off before the 2-minute timeout. Yep, and there it is. We'll take it with them. Stephenville 7, Ruston nothing. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Calling Bearcat Nation. This is Bill Hogan at Century Next Bank. Here we love our Bearcats, and we know there's no team like our home team. Remember, when you bank with us, you bank with the locals. And that's a win for our community. Go Bearcats. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Here on fourth down and long.
Got to be careful, Kyle, because the last 2 punts nearly blocked by this defensive line. But that's what happens when you got a 6'5 guy applying pressure, and that is Jackson Richmond, creating all kind of problems for the Bearcats tonight.
Joaquin Ramos to punt it away. Almost blocked again. Still a beautiful punt. This is going to bounce in front of Gonzalez, the returner. Gets inside the 10, so another long field coming up for the Yellow Jackets. 1:48 left to go before the half. Stephenville 7, Ruston nothing. I will say, Nick, that from a narrative perspective, you can't, like, everybody was kind of thinking this might just be touchdown, 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 touchdown. It is the polar opposite tonight.
No doubt about it, Kyle. No doubt about it.
Trips on the far side, shotgun formation. Hand off to McClendon. Keelan Davis and Aiden Adams will bring the rusher down after a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8. Timeout Bearcats. We're going to take this one as well. Yellow Jackets 7, Bearcats nothing. Back after this. This is Rustin Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Around here, family is more than just a last name. It's who you show up for. For generations, the Compton family and Arclitex Windows and Doors has stood by this community with honesty, hard work, and a handshake you can trust. Because every window we design, every door we assemble, isn't just about your house. It's about your home. Family owned, community rooted, Arclitex Windows and Doors, a family business built for your family.
At GBT, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community, and we're proud to cheer on Ruston High Athletics.
Whether it's on the field, court, or track, we're excited to stand by our athletes and celebrate their hard work and dedication. With GBT, you're always banking on a winning team. Go Bearcats!
Back here in Longview, and an incomplete pass. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. Just trying to go to that out route and couldn't get anything going.
No, but I'm glad they went there as opposed to going on the slant that has been so successful tonight. Defense has made an adjustment, but unfortunately there is a flag in play. So holding.
That's going to be good for the Bearcats for sure.
Yeah, you're going to make wise use of the timeouts. Bearcats have 2 remaining here. 1:37 remaining here in the first half. Nick Brown and Kyle Roberts. And Kyle, Bearcats trailing this one 7-0. Just been one of those, a good football game. Bearcats fortunate one of the Bearcats to get the lead and win the ball game. But, boy, we've seen a good one tonight.
2nd down and 13. Ball at the 6-yard line.
Trying to get the Bearcats to jump.
That hard snap count by Trot Jordan didn't work that time. 3 wide receiver set. The clock has stopped with 1:37 on the 2nd down and long. Jordan back to throw. Quick screen on a jailbreak to the running back, McClendon. He'll get 2 yards on the play. We've seen that a lot of times, Nick, whenever the Bearcats are blitzing and they have a wide-open running back. But that was a good job by the Bearcats for stopping that. We'll take another quick break with a timeout. But Rustin down 7-0, 1:31 to go in the half. This is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Headquartered in Ruston, Louisiana, HGA is a full-service project management and engineering services firm providing professional services to clients throughout the U.S. and overseas. HGA builds long-term client relationships by listening to clients, leveraging the experience of its professional team, and delivering on its commitments. HGA is a proud supporter of the Bearcat football program.
Argent Financial Group, with over 30 years of providing wealth and asset management services to residents of Lincoln Parish, proudly support youth athletics and the Ruston Bearcats.
Louisiana National Bank is the official bank of Ruston High.
Coming up for Stevenville. Bearcats down to 1 final timeout. They're going to try to burn as many as they can to see if they can get this ball back. They need to score quickly if they're going to tie this up before they get into the half. But first, they got to get a stop here. Jordan back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, and he'll take off, and he's got a little bit of space. There he goes, 10, 15 to the 20, and that's a 1st down pickup.
And that one hurt. It looked like possibly holding right there in the middle of the field, holding out on the wide receiver. The far sideline not called, and Stephenville is going to pick up the 1st down and keep this drive alive.
So 1st down and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line. It does stop the clock. 1:22 to go in the Kim Dupree State Farm 2nd quarter.
And Kyle trips over here to the near sideline. Only 2 men over for the Bearcats.
Now a man in motion. That is DeVivo. And Jordan, he'll sling it to his running back. McClendon tries to spin off a tackle. Can't do it. 2-yard gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8. But Bearcats with only one timeout left to go before this half, and it doesn't look like they're going to try to stop the clock.
Now, not going to use that one here, Kyle. I know you can't take it with you, but 2nd down right now. If you get a turnover, then you still have that one in your back pocket.
2nd and 8. Jordan back to throw. He's going to fire way downfield, and he's got DeVivo open. He secures the catch at the 45 of Rustin. And Jaden Anding knocks him down.
I don't know what happened to Trendon Moore on that play. It's like I don't know if he stopped or what, but receiver was all alone by himself. But a great job by Jaden Anding. Came over and just punched his shoulder into him and knocked him down. But you watch, Moore just kind of got caught up on the play and missed coverage by the Bearcats on that one.
We'll keep it here in the Wood Marine broadcast booth, Nick Brown. And, this is, like we said earlier, you really thought that there was going to be a lot of points scored between these two offenses, and it's really been the defenses that have stepped up tonight.
Well, the Bearcats come in, you look at it, Cal, you're not say hobbled up, but Ahmad Hudson not played. Now his backup, and really a split guy, and Cullen Clark played a lot. To call him a backup, he's out. There was questions whether a fullback Hunter Lander Smith would play. He's in. You do have Davis DeMoss back, but kind of been banged up, nicks and bruises. But this is a very good football team, and dare I say, the best football team the Bearcats have played this year. Longview very good as well, but they had that one in the friendly confines of the house, and that home, it made a difference.
I agree. 1st down and 10 at the Rustin 41-yard line. Under a minute to go here in the 2nd quarter. Shotgun formation. Jordan has McClendon to his right. He'll take the snap, drops back to throw, and he'll fire downfield and over the head. Actually, Jaden Anding could have had a shot at that. Incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was a pretty ball on the Yellow Jacket QB. That one, no one in the vicinity would have liked to pick that one off. But you wonder, with 38.2 seconds, Kyle, you want to keep him out of the end zone.
Right.
Kicker has a good leg, I think, with 30, maybe a 47-yard field goal. You look at 10 more, 15 more yards there in field goal range.
So 38.2 seconds left to go here in the half. Yellow Jackets 7, Bearcats nothing. Jordan takes the snap, hands it off to McClendon. McClendon to the 40, now to the 35. Not enough for a 1st down. And a timeout taken by Stephenville. We're going to take this one as well. 30 seconds left to go in the Kim Dupree State Farm 2nd quarter. Stephenville 7, Rustin nothing from the Robert Temple State Farm scoreboard. Back after this is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Louisiana National Bank is the official bank of Ruston High Athletics. As a proud community partner and supporter of local education, we're excited to cheer on the Bearcats. Experience uncommon banking today at Louisiana National Bank. To learn more, visit ln.bank.
Hi, I'm Buddy Turja. And I'm Greg Turja. For the last 41 years, you've stood by us, and we're proud to stand by you. Your support is what fuels our commitment to Ruston and Lincoln Parish.
So let's rally together this season and show our Bearcats the support they deserve.
And from all of us at Turja's Rentals, good luck this season, Bearcats.
And hey, enjoy the game.
Holland Real Estate Group has been serving the commercial real estate needs in Louisiana for over 30 years.
Because your business means everything to you.
And he'll be knocked out of bounds at the Rustin 22-yard line.
Well executed play, Kyle. We call that the pick play. The lead receiver goes out on an out route, just basically shields for the inside receiver and picks up good yards, and they're getting close to field goal range. I think they're there now. Watching him pregame, I said 42-47.
And again, it will be Stephenville getting the ball back to start the second half of play.
There's a little wind in the in Longview tonight, so kicker aided. He'd be kicking with the wind.
1st down and 10. Shotgun set, trips near side. Jordan Another play fake and a pump fake, and he'll go to DeVivo, who's wide open, makes the grab. Is he in? That's a touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. Second touchdown of the night for Stephenville, and with 20.3 seconds left to go in this second quarter of play, the Jackets score, making it 13-0.
Exactly what you didn't need to happen. They said, we're not going for a field goal. We're going for a touchdown. And it's that same area right here in front of us. All alone by himself, just missed coverage by a Bearcat. Not pointing fingers, but a guy gets that wide open twice. That's problems.
McNeese gets it through the uprights. We'll take another quick break. 20.3 seconds left to go before halftime. Stephenville 14, Rustin nothing. Back after this. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Holland Real Estate Group has been serving the commercial real estate needs in Louisiana for over 30 years.
Because your business means everything to you, we know the importance of proper planning and location management. With our extensive knowledge of the area, we're able to create individualized solutions for our clients. We work closely with our community leaders to understand growth in the area. Ensuring successful win-win relationships for our clients is what we do best.
Like life, injury and sport go hand in hand. When injury has you sidelined, there's one name above the rest. That's Johnson Physical.
Stephenville leads 14-0. And a quick Smoothie King drive stats for you. 92 yards for Stephenville on 10 plays.
Good decision. Hunter Soto going to put the ball in Hartwell's hands one more time with a fair catch.
And not much time ticked off, if any at all.
I didn't see any of it move, so good job. Bearcats have 20.3 seconds. And really tough. You look at one of the bigger targets, Ahmad Hudson, not playing tonight. So now you got to find that receiver. You got to move down the field and get out of bounds. You got to do something in 20 seconds, Kyle, that you haven't been able to do in 15 minutes and 40 seconds. Or excuse me, that'd be 30 minutes, 16 minutes, but you know what I mean. You got to do something in 20 seconds you haven't done in 2 quarters.
There you go. 23 minutes and 40 seconds. That's what you were looking
That's
for.
what I was looking for, yes.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side. Hartwell. There's a blitz. He'll step up in the pocket, looks to his left, tries to direct some traffic, and he'll be tackled out of bounds, so that does stop the clock. 14 seconds now, and that's a loss of 2 on the play. So 2nd down and 12. Clock stopped with 14 seconds left to play before halftime. Stephenville 14, Rustin nothing. This Yellow Jacket crowd is certainly into this one tonight. Shotgun formation. Powell, the tailback. Hartwell hands it off. Powell tries to break free. He's going to possibly lose some yards, but just gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is going to do it for the first half of play. Stephenville 14, Rustin nothing here in this neutral site contest. We'll be back with our halftime show brought to you by Thompson's Barbershop after this. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Like life, injury and sport go hand in hand. When injury has you sidelined, there's one name above the rest. That's Johnson Physical Therapy.
Hunter Smith, class of 1999, and Josh Beckham, class of 2006, are firmly founded. Contact us for 2 Bearcats who will be a trusted advisor in your next sell or purchase of recreational, investment, or hunting property. Go Cats!
For over 35 years, Brazier Group Real Estate has been cheering right alongside you. We're proud to be your hometown real estate agents, locally owned right here in downtown Ruston. Our agents don't just sell homes. We live here, we work here, and we support the community we love. Voted best of Lincoln Parish every single year since we opened. Brazier Group is the team you can count on when it's time to buy or sell. So from kickoff to closing, go Bearcats! And remember, Brazier Group Real Estate, your hometown real estate agents.
I live in Ruston. It's where I went to school and raised my boys. Now with 2 grandsons and another grandbaby on the way, this community means more than ever. I have a passion for serving families across Northeast Louisiana. Whether buying or selling, it's about helping people find the place they'll call home. Because when it comes to finding a home, I treat your family like my own.
Hi, I'm Murphy, and welcome to Tip of the Week. Hunting season will be here soon. Is your equipment ready for the backwoods? Whether it's your truck, tractor, four-wheeler, or side-by-side, the right tires make all the difference in rough terrain. At Walpole Tire and Service, we've got the tires you need to keep you moving through mud, brush, and everything in between. Don't get stuck when it matters the most. Stop in and gear up before the season opens. Experience the difference at Walpole Tire and Service in either Ruston or West Monroe.
Firmly founded in 1936, Pierce Lumber has been Ruston's hometown tradition for nearly 90 years. As your local Ace Hardware dealer, we're your headquarters for Bearcat tailgates, with Big Green Eggs, Traeger grills, Turtle Box speakers, Yeti coolers, meat church and hardcore carnivore seasonings, along with all the cooking gear you need to keep the grill hot and the drinks ice cold. From kickoff to the final whistle, we've got everything you need to make game day unforgettable. Pierce Lumber, friendly service, quality products, and proud supporters of the Bearcats.
Step into the winner's circle with a John Deere tractor from Goldman Equipment. Shop North and Central Louisiana's largest John Deere dealer, Goldman Equipment. We're not just in your field, we're in your backyard. Thank you for calling Goldman Equipment. How can I help you?
Looking for the best bite in Ruston? At Flying Burger, we're serving up fresh made-to-order burgers, hand-battered seafood, crispy fries, and more. All with fast, friendly service. At Flying Burger, we grind our meat in-house daily. Never frozen. We're proud to be voted #1 for burgers and seafood in the area. Flying Burger is locally owned and operated by Ruston High alum and 1982 state football champion Scott Braswell. Whether you're grabbing lunch, dinner, or feeding your Friday night football crew, do it with Flying Burger.
Headquartered in Ruston, Louisiana, Hunt Forest Products manufactures a variety of plywood lumber and other specialty wood products to meet a wide variety of building and manufacturing needs. Hunt Forest Products is family-owned and operated, practices sustainable forestry, and provides more than 400 Louisiana jobs. Hunt Forest Products is a proud supporter of the Bearcat football program.
We mastered the sip, and now we've perfected the bite. Get a Smoothie King smoothie and loaded toast for $9.99. Deliciously satisfying and packed with the good stuff.
Smoothie King's got the toast.
Bayou Kubota is a proud sponsor of Bearcat football and a loyal member of the Bearcat Football Club. Visit Bayou Kubota for all your tractor and farm equipment needs. Bayou Kubota, service with a purpose in Ruston, Bossier City, and Monroe.
Need extra space? Whether you're moving, downsizing, or just clearing the clutter, Premier Storage is here to help. Customers can easily check in and receive their lock from the kiosk anytime, day or night, or online at premierstorage.ruston.com. Gated access and on-site security features so you can store with confidence. Premier Storage, safe, secure, close to home. Reserve your unit today.
When on a journey towards the best dentistry with exceptional care, you need travel no further than the heart of Ruston. There you will find the team behind Johnston & Murphy Dental Care. It's a goal built on the tradition of excellence established more than 60 years ago. A legacy in superior dental care. It's a journey worth taking and one we're proud to make with you. Come experience the best dentistry and exceptional customer service. Johnston & Murphy Dental Care, where every smile has a story.
Hi, I'm Ryan Colbitz, chaplain for the Bearcats, and I want to invite you to come join me at First Rustin. We have worship services and Bible studies on Sundays at 8:30, 9:45, and 11 with great practical biblical teachings. We also have men's, women's, and student Bible studies on Wednesdays at 6. So come on, students, and join us for a night of fellowship, worship, and fun. Church information can be found on fbcruston.org, and you can also watch your services there. Hey, football is awesome, and we believe church should be fun too. So come and join us at First.
I'm Brett Brown, and when I want fireworks, there is only one place I go, and that is Family Fireworks. Family Fireworks supports all Rustin High activities. John, Barbara, Jim, Jennifer, and Philip Ford are all Rustin High graduates. Family Fireworks is located at 116 UPS Road off Highway 33 in Ruston. We are the tent in the back. Just like you celebrate Bearcat and Lady Bearcat victories, come celebrate your firework holidays with us. We have been making memories for over 20 years. Come have fun with Family Fireworks. Ford Family says go big Ruston.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there. Contact local agent Skip Russell for a quote today.
Life is a workout, so make it a good one. Fuel your body with what it needs at Smoothie King. A delicious meal packed with energy, protein, and power.
Firmly founded in 1936, Pierce Lumber has been your go-to for quality building parts in Ruston and North Louisiana. Located on 1032 Burgessville Road, we carry tools from DeWalt, Milwaukee, Senco, and Ego Power Tools. We're your home for locally sourced lumber and quality building parts. As well as being your local supplier for Benjamin Moore Paint, we offer delivery of our products from our door to yours. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram, and remember, if you're making it, make it with Pierce Lumber.
No one can predict the future, but there are preventative measures to ensure our properties, belongings, and families are protected. At Provision Security, this is what we do best. Our team of security professionals install and service the latest technologies in security alarms, access control systems, IP cameras, and much more. We take pride in securing the homes and businesses of North Louisiana. If you're ready to safeguard what matters most, call us at 318-255-1566 for a free quote. Provision Security remains dedicated to protecting your past, present, and future.
Calling Bearcat Nation. This is Bill Hogan at Century Next Bank. Here we love our Bearcats, and we know there's no team like our home team. Remember, when you bank with us, you bank with locals. And that's a win for our community. Go Bearcats. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Skip Russell for your personal price plan today.
Around here, family is more than just a last name. It's who you show up for. For generations, the Compton family and Architects Windows and Doors has stood by this community with honesty, hard work, and a handshake you can trust. Because every window we design, every door we assemble, isn't just about your house. It's about your home. Family owned, community rooted, Architects Windows and Doors, a family business built for your family.
At GBT, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community, and we're proud to cheer on Ruston High Athletics.
Whether it's on the field, court, or track, we're excited to stand by our athletes and celebrate their hard work and dedication. With GBT, you're always banking on a winning team. Go Bearcats!
Headquartered in Ruston, Louisiana, HGA is a full-service project management and engineering services firm providing professional services to clients throughout the U.S. and overseas. HGA builds long-term client relationships by listening to clients, leveraging the experience of its professional team, and delivering on its commitments. HGA is a proud supporter of the Bearcat football program.
Argent Financial Group, with over 30 years of providing wealth and asset management services to residents of Lincoln Parish, proudly support youth athletics and the Ruston Bearcats.
Louisiana National Bank is the official bank of Ruston High Athletics. As a proud community partner and supporter of local education, we're excited to cheer on the Bearcats. Experience uncommon banking today at Louisiana National Bank. To learn more, visit ln.bank.
Hi, I'm Buddy Turgeon. And I'm Greg Turgeon. For the last 41 years, you've stood by us, and we're proud to stand by you. Your support is what fuels our commitment to Ruston and Lincoln Parish.
So let's rally together this season and show our Bearcats the support they deserve.
And from all of us at Turgeon's Rentals, good luck this season, Bearcats.
And hey, enjoy the game.
Holland Real Estate Group has been serving the commercial real estate needs in Louisiana for over 30 years.
Because your business means everything to you, we know the importance of proper planning and location management. With our extensive knowledge of the area, we're able to create individualized solutions for our clients. We work closely with our community leaders to understand growth in the area. Ensuring successful win-win relationships for our clients is what we do best.
Like life, injury and sport go hand in hand. When injury has you sidelined, there's one name above the rest. That's Johnson Physical Therapy.
Hunter Smith, class of 1999, and Josh Beckham, class of 2006, are firmly founded. Contact us for two Bearcats who will be a trusted advisor in your next sell or purchase of recreational, investment, or hunting property. Go Cats!
For over 35 years, Brazier Group Real Estate has been cheering right alongside you. We're proud to be your hometown real estate agents, locally owned right here in downtown Ruston. Our agents don't just sell homes. We live here, we work here, and we support the community we love. Voted best of Lincoln Parish every single year since we opened. Brazier Group is the team you can count on when it's time to buy or sell. So from kickoff to closing, go Bearcats! And remember, Brazier Group Real Estate, your hometown real estate agents.
I live in Ruston. It's where I went to school and raised my boys. Now with 2 grandsons and another grandbaby on the way, this community means more than ever. I have a passion for serving families across Northeast Louisiana. Whether buying or selling, it's about helping people find the place they'll call home. Because when it comes to finding a home, I treat your family like my own.
Hi, I'm Murphy, and welcome to Tip of the Week. Hunting season will be here soon. Is your equipment ready for the backwoods? Whether it's your truck, tractor, four-wheeler, or side-by-side, the right tires make all the difference in rough terrain. At Walpole Tire and Service, we've got the tires you need to keep you moving through mud, brush, and everything in between. Don't get stuck when it matters the most. Stop in and gear up before the season opens. Experience the difference at Walpole Tire and Service in either Ruston or West Monroe.
Firmly founded in 1936, Pierce Lumber has been Ruston's hometown tradition for nearly 90 years. As your local Ace Hardware dealer, we're your headquarters for Bearcat tailgates, with Big Green Eggs, Traeger grills, Turtle Box speakers, Yeti coolers, meat church and hardcore carnivore seasonings, along with all the cooking gear you need to keep the grill hot and the drinks ice cold. From kickoff to the final whistle, we've got everything you need to make game day unforgettable. Pierce Lumber, friendly service, quality products, and proud supporters of the Bearcats.
Step into the winner's circle with a John Deere tractor from Goldman Equipment. Shop North and Central Louisiana's largest John Deere dealer. Goldman Equipment. We're not just in your field, we're in your backyard. Thank you for calling Goldman Equipment. How can I help you?
Looking for the best bite in Ruston? At Flying Burger, we're serving up fresh made-to-order burgers, hand-battered seafood, crispy fries, and more, all with fast, friendly service. At Flying Burger, we grind our meat in-house daily, never frozen. We're proud to be voted #1 for burgers and seafood in the area. Flying Burger is locally owned and operated by Ruston High alum and 1982 state football champion Scott Braswell. Whether you're grabbing lunch, dinner, or feeding your Friday night football crew, do it with Flying Burger.
Headquartered in Ruston, Louisiana, Hunt Forest Products manufactures a variety of plywood lumber and other specialty wood products to meet a wide variety of building and manufacturing needs. Hunt Forest Products is family-owned and operated, practices sustainable forestry, and provides more than 400 Louisiana jobs. Hunt Forest Products is a proud supporter of the Bearcat football program.
We mastered the sip, and now we've perfected the bite. Get a Smoothie King smoothie and loaded toast for $9.99. Deliciously satisfying and packed with the good stuff.
Smoothie King's got the toast.
Bayou Kubota is a proud sponsor of Bearcat football and a loyal member of the Bearcat Football Club. Visit Bayou Kubota for all your tractor and farm equipment needs. Bayou Kubota, service with a purpose in Ruston, Bossier City, and Monroe.
Need extra space? Whether you're moving, downsizing, or just clearing the clutter, Premier Storage is here to help. Customers can easily check in and receive their lock from the kiosk anytime, day or night, or online at premierstorageruston.com. Gated access and on-site security features so you can store with confidence. Premier Storage, safe, secure, close to home. Reserve your unit today.
When on a journey towards the best dentistry with exceptional care, you need travel no further than the heart of Ruston. There you will find the team behind Johnston & Murphy Dental Care. It's a goal built on the tradition of excellence, established more than 60 years ago. A legacy in superior dental care. It's a journey worth taking and one we're proud to make with you. Come experience the best dentistry and exceptional customer service. Johnston & Murphy Dental Care, where every smile has a story.
Hi, I'm Ryan Colpitz, chaplain for the Bearcats, and I want to invite you to come join me at First Rustin. We have worship services and Bible studies on Sundays at 8:30, 9:45, and 11 with great practical biblical teachings. We also have men's, women's, and student Bible studies on Wednesdays at 6. So come on, students, and join us for a night of fellowship, worship, and fun. Church information can be found on fbcruston.org, and you can also watch your services there. Hey, football is awesome, and we believe church should be fun too. So come and join us at First.
I'm Brett Brown, and when I want fireworks, there is only one place I go, and that is Family Fireworks. Family Fireworks supports all Ruston High activities. John, Barbara, Jim, Jennifer, and Philip Ford are all Ruston High graduates. Family Fireworks is located at 116 UPS Road off Highway 33 in Ruston. We are the tent in the back. Just like you celebrate Bearcat and Lady Bearcat victories, come celebrate your firework holidays with us. We have been making memories for over 20 years. Come have fun with Family Fireworks. Ford Family says go big Ruston.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there. Contact local agent Skip Russell for a quote today.
Life is a workout, so make it a good one. Fuel your body with what it needs at Smoothie King. A delicious meal packed with energy, protein, and power.
Firmly founded in 1936, Pierce Lumber has been your go-to for quality building parts in Ruston and North Louisiana. Located on 1032 Burgessville Road, we carry tools from DeWalt, Milwaukee, Senco, and Ego Power Tools. We're your home for locally sourced lumber and quality building parts. As well as being your local supplier for Benjamin Moore Paint, we offer delivery of our products from our door to yours. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram, and remember, if you're making it, make it with Pierce Lumber.
No one can predict the future, but there are preventative measures to ensure our properties, belongings, and families are protected. At Provision Security, this is what we do best. Our team of security professionals install and service the latest technologies in security alarms, access control systems, IP cameras, and much more. We take pride in securing the homes and businesses of North Louisiana. If you're ready to safeguard what matters most, call us at 255-1566 for a free quote. Provision Security remains dedicated to protecting your past, present, and future.
Calling Bearcat Nation. This is Bill Hogan at CenturyNext Bank. Here we love our Bearcats, and we know there's no team like our home team. Remember, when you bank with us, you bank with the locals. And that's a win for our community. Go Bearcats. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Skip Russell for your personal price plan today.
Around here, family is more than just a last name. It's who you show up for. For generations, the Compton family and Architects Windows and Doors has stood by this community with honesty, hard work, and a handshake you can trust. Because every window we design, every door we assemble isn't just about your house. It's about your home. Family owned, community rooted. Architects Windows and Doors, a family business built for your family.
At GBT, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community, and we're proud to cheer on Rustin High Athletics.
Whether it's on the field, court, or track, we're excited to stand by our athletes and celebrate their hard work and dedication. With GBT, you're always banking on a winning team. Go Bearcats!
Headquartered in Ruston, Louisiana, HGA is a full-service project management and engineering services firm providing professional services to clients throughout the U.S. and overseas. HGA builds long-term client relationships by listening to clients, leveraging the experience of its professional team, and delivering on its commitments. HGA is a proud supporter of the Bearcat football program.
Argent Financial Group, with over 30 years of providing wealth and asset management services to residents of Lincoln Parish, proudly support youth athletics and the Rustin Bearcats.
Louisiana National Bank is the official bank of Ruston High Athletics. As a proud community partner and supporter of local education, we're excited to cheer on the Bearcats. Experience uncommon banking today at Louisiana National Bank. To learn more, visit ln.bank.
Hi, I'm Buddy Turgeon.
And I'm Greg Turgeon.
For the last 41 years, you've stood by us, and we're proud to stand by you. Your support is what fuels our commitment to Ruston and Lincoln Parish.
So let's rally together this season and show our Bearcats the support they deserve.
And from all of us at Turgeon's Rentals, good luck this season, Bearcats.
And hey, enjoy the game.
Holland Real Estate Group has been serving the commercial real estate needs in Louisiana for over 30 years.
Because your business means everything to you. We know the importance of proper planning and location management. With our extensive knowledge of the area, we're able to create individualized solutions for our clients. We work closely with our community leaders to understand growth in the area. Ensuring successful win-win relationships for our clients is what we do best.
Like life, injury and sport go hand in hand. When injury has you sidelined, there's one name above the rest. That's Johnson Physical Therapy.
Hunter Smith, class of 1999, and Josh Beckham, class of 2006, are firmly founded. Contact us for two Bearcats who will be a trusted advisor in your next sell or purchase of recreational, investment, or hunting property. Go Cats!
For over 35 years, Brazier Group Real Estate has been cheering right alongside you. We're proud to be your hometown real estate agents, locally owned right here in downtown Ruston. Our agents don't just sell homes. We live here, we work here, and we support the community we love. Voted best of Lincoln Parish every single year since we opened. Brazier Group is the team you can count on when it's time to buy or sell. So from kickoff to closing, go Bearcats! And remember, Brazier Group Real Estate, your hometown real estate agents.
I live in Ruston. It's where I went to school and raised my boys. Now with 2 grandsons and another grandbaby on the way, this community means more than ever. I have a passion for serving families across Northeast Louisiana. Whether buying or selling, it's about helping people find the place they'll call home. Because when it comes to finding a home, I treat your family like my own.
Hi, I'm Murphy, and welcome to Tip of the Week. Hunting season will be here soon. Is your equipment ready for the backwoods? Whether it's your truck, tractor, four-wheeler, or side-by-side, the right tires make all the difference in rough terrain. At Walpole Tire and Service, we've got the tires you need to keep you moving through mud, brush, and everything in between. Don't get stuck when it matters the most. Stop in and gear up before the season opens. Experience the difference at Walpole Tire and Service in either Ruston or West Monroe.
Firmly founded in 1936, Pierce Lumber has been Ruston's hometown tradition for nearly 90 years. As your local Ace Hardware dealer, we're your headquarters for Bearcat tailgates, with Big Green Eggs, Traeger grills, Turtle Box speakers, Yeti coolers, meat church and hardcore carnivore seasonings, along with all the cooking gear you need to keep the grill hot and the drinks ice cold. From kickoff to the final whistle, we've got everything you need to make game day unforgettable. Pierce Lumber, friendly service, quality products, and proud supporters of the Bearcats.
Step into the winner's circle with a John Deere tractor from Goldman Equipment. Shop North and Central Louisiana's largest John Deere dealer, Goldman Equipment. We're not just in your field, we're in your backyard. Thank you for calling Goldman Equipment. How can I help you?
Looking for the best bite in Ruston? At Flying Burger, we're serving up fresh made-to-order burgers, hand-battered seafood, crispy fries, and more. All with fast, friendly service. At Flying Burger, we grind our meat in-house daily. Never frozen. We're proud to be voted #1 for burgers and seafood in the area. Flying Burger is locally owned and operated by Ruston High alum and 1982 state football champion Scott Braswell. Whether you're grabbing lunch, dinner, or feeding your Friday night football crew, do it with Flying Burger.
Headquartered in Ruston, Louisiana, Hunt Forest Products manufactures a variety of plywood lumber and other specialty wood products to meet a wide variety of building and manufacturing needs. Hunt Forest Products is family-owned and operated, practices sustainable forestry, and provides more than 400 Louisiana jobs. Hunt Forest Products is a proud supporter of the Bearcat football program.
We mastered the sip, and now we've perfected the bite.
Special thanks, as always, to Toby, Hunter, and Chauncey for the great job they did on the Thompson's Barbershop halftime show. That kick will be fielded at the 15-yard line. Actually, a fair catch made by Aiden Juergens. Kyle Roberts rejoined by our good friend Nick Brown. And, Nick, the Bearcats are going to have to dig deep and figure out a way to get a stop on this drive. No more points to be surrendered here to start this third quarter.
You're exactly right here. You're down 2 scores. Can't afford to fall down that third score, and going to be interested to see how the Bearcats come out. And the defense really had just the one letdown. You know, really hasn't been bad. Been a very good defensive team out of Stephenville that, quite frankly, we haven't seen this year.
Jackets have it 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line. And it's a handoff to McClendon. Bounces outside with space to the 20. Just shy of the first down marker. That's going to be a 9-yard. No, they're going to move the sticks. A 10-yard gain on the play to start the third quarter of action. Our third quarter tonight brought to you by Ponchatoula's and Log Cabin.
Oh, Jaden Anding on the tackle for the Bearcats, Kyle.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line now. Trot Jordan, the junior quarterback, in the gun for Stephenville. Hands it off. McClendon goes outside again to the 30-yard line. Gets tripped up at the 31. Tackled inbounds. That's Jaden Anding making the play. It'll be a 6-yard pickup for the Bearcats. 2nd and 4. Bearcats down 14-0. 11:10 left to play here in the Ponchatoula's Log Cabin third quarter, with the scoreboard brought to you by Robert Temple State Farm. Jordan takes the snap, hands it off, and McClendon tackled just shy of the first down marker. It will be 3rd down and short.
Kyle, I went back to last year's schedule. Stephenville lost 2 games last year, the last one that they played in the playoffs, and to these Bearcats. And we were wrong about the score. It was 63-17.
Wow.
The most lopsided, most points they had given up all year. So they circled this one on their calendar.
And this team averages over 40 points a game, so that does show how well the Bearcat defense has been playing, and there's a flag thrown. And again, like you said, the first touchdown was the result of a turnover. The second Stephenville touchdown was just some miscues there with a two-minute drive, and really they did a great job of putting that drive together, going, I believe, 82 yards down the field for their touchdown.
See if Bearcats can take advantage of that penalty. Going to push them back here in the third quarter.
3rd down and 6. Ball at the 29-yard line. Jordan in the gun. Quick play fake. It's a blitz, and the pass is incomplete, intended for DeVivo, and the Bearcats do get the stop. It'll be a 3-and-out to start the third quarter of play.
DeMoss back to return the punt. And I tell you what, great punter for Stephenville. Bearcats have not been able, Kyle, to get that return, the spark that we need. Maybe Davis DeMoss can provide that right here.
That is Rory McNeese back to punt. High end-over-end kick, and DeMoss fields it at the no, he misses it. And it looks like it's going to be recovered by the Bearcats. A fortunate break for Rustin. They do get it at their own 24-yard line. And let me make sure I give the credit where it's due for that recovery. Darius Woods for Rustin falls on top of the muffed punt.
And DeMoss hobbling off the field. That one was good timing by the Stephenville player. Hit him right there, knocked it out. Don't see any flags on the play. Did not interfere with the catch. Now the Bearcats have, Kyle, probably one of the most important drives, of this season as undefeated goes right now. Certainly no playoff. Right now, it's not a playoff game, but very important drive if you want to win this ball game here with no points on the board.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers near side. Hartwell takes the snap, hands it off to Powell. Powell to the 25-yard line, just a 2-yard pickup on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 8. You are absolutely right. No playoff implications right now. I will say, though, this is the kind of team that you can expect to see maybe third or semifinals if you make a long playoff run. And if you don't happen to be able to host, you're going to have to learn how to come back from behind on the road. Quarterback keeper by Hartwell to the 30-yard line. Good downfield blocking by, I believe that was Keyshawn Malcolm.
Keyshawn Malcolm out on the edge blocking. It's a step away from turning that one upfield, and that's what you do when you're going to attack the outside there, Kyle. You look 7 to 8 men in the box, and Bearcats not able to run right up the middle against that, so Hartwell fakes it and goes to the outside.
3rd down and 2. 2 receivers near side in the I formation. Hartwell under center. Hand off to his fullback, Lander Smith. He'll push the pile past the sticks, gets a 3-yard pickup on the play, and that moves the chains for the Ruston Bearcats. Huge first down on 3rd down and short. Ponchatoula's and Log Cabin Grill and Market in Ruston are longtime supporters of Ruston High. Ponchatoula's offers delicious New Orleans cuisine. In Log Cabin, you'll find steak and Tex-Mex. Ponchatoula's downtown and Log Cabin on Highway 33. 5-yard gain with a little bit of extra surge at the end by Dalen Powell. This is going to be a 6-yarder, so 2nd down and 4 after that rush.
Good push, good second effort to pick up those yards, maybe put together some first down drives here.
Second down, 4 yards to go. 8:15 left to go in the Ponchatoula's Log Cabin third quarter. Ruston down 14-0 on the Robert Temple State Farm scoreboard. Don't forget the rec dance on the Roo, 102.3 following tonight's game, and then the Jonesboro Hodge game, maybe a 1 yard gain on the play for Powell. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Another huge 3rd down coming up for this Ruston Bearcat offense. Again, without tight end Ahmad Hudson, without tight end Cullen Clark. Hudson in street clothes tonight, got injured during the week. Cullen Clark injured during this game, and a flag thrown. This is likely going to be coming back.
Probably one of the more penalized games that we've had this year, Kyle, going to recollection. Not a good time to have that one against this Stephenville team. But a false start. I think the Bearcats were trying to get Stephenville to jump, and instead they jump, we jump, so going to move that one back just a little bit.
Goes from a manageable 3rd down and 3 to 3rd and 8. Two receivers to each side. Hartwell from the gun, takes the snap, back to throw. Goes underneath. Keshawn Malcolm makes a beautiful grab. He'll get the 1st down and into Stephenville territory.
One of the biggest catches of his early football career. I got to see him play a little bit at junior varsity, getting experience. He came over from the Bearcat basketball team, but a good drive there. Caught it in traffic and made a move after catching it.
Empty backfield on 1st down and 10. Hartwell, 5 wide receiver set. Dalen Powell, the receiver, lined up on the far side. Keshawn Malcolm in the slot. Hartwell lets it go up, intercepted. Yellow Jackets pick it off. That's Cash Cribbs with the INT.
Well, a lot of energy on this Stephenville sideline, Kyle. Certainly, I'm sure they reminded everyone of the 63-17 game last year. And that one, Kyle, just a defensive line got through and able to throw it up, protected, and intercepted. Unfortunately, good tackle for Dalen Powell.
So 1st down and 10, Stephenville after the Bearcat turnover. That is the 2nd Ruston turnover of the night. Last time Stephenville got it after a Bearcat turnover, they turned it into a touchdown. Shotgun formation. Jordan rolls right, fires downfield, way overthrows his wide receiver Juergens. Incomplete.
You're going to see that. Stephenville going to try and take that deep shot after the turnover. Kyle, go for the home run. Good coverage. Unfortunately, threw that one out of bounds. Good pressure applied by, I believe, Rakeem Potts and Keegan Goldsmith on the play.
Clock stops, 6:24 to go in the Ponchatoula's Log Cabin 3rd quarter. Ruston down 14-0 on the Robert Temple State Farm scoreboard. 2nd and 10. Shotgun set, 3 wide receivers. Jordan with a low snap, and he'll go into single coverage again. Terrific pass breakup by Darius Woods.
Probably the best coverage we've had all night. Great pressure applied. Nearly got to the quarterback, trended more, but good coverage, you're right.
3rd down and 10. This drive is started after an interception on a 1st down throw. Ball at the 34-yard line for Stephenville. Stacked receivers to both sides. Jordan drops back under pressure, and he throws, and that is going to be close. Yeah, he caught it.
I thought it hit the turf. No, this was coming out. The back judge saw it. It did hit the turf. That was going to bring that one back. No replay. One official saying catch, but the back judge is saying it hit the turf. White hat saying the same, so they're going to move that one back.
And that's going to be 4th down. That is a big, big play. The side judge and the umpire both said it was a catch, but the back judge overruled all of them, and the white hat made the call, and it will be 4th down.
And the white hat had the angle as well. You could see he kind of turned in just a little bit. Really, the line judge back was to the – he couldn't see in front of him, what I'm saying right there. But good effort by the receiver to sell it, but glad that was ruled incomplete. Bearcats take advantage of that break.
Punt coming up from Brighton to Vivo, and with him being a wide receiver as well, don't be surprised if this might be a fake. Dalen Powell back to return, standing at his own 35-yard line. Punt from DeVivo. Not a very good one. And this will go out of bounds, and it looks like this is going to be spotted somewhere around the Rustin 45-yard line.
Kyle, very well coached team. I'm going to tell you that was a shorter kick, and that was to avoid kicking that ball to Powell. I think that's how well they saw him back there and said, hey, this guy's back there, let's keep the ball out of his hands, and that's what they did. A little bit short. Bearcats with decent field position.
First down and 10 for Rustin at their own 45-yard line. Not a very good punt by DeVivo. He's had a couple of really good ones here tonight. Shotgun formation. Man in motion is Jones. Handoff up the middle to Powell. Powell rumbles forward, gets to midfield. 5-yard gain on the play. Dalen Powell, 67 rushing yards so far here tonight on 14 attempts. Second and 5. 5:38 left to go here in the third quarter. Stephenville 14, Rustin nothing. Bearcats need to put a scoring drive together. Handoff up the middle to Powell again. And Powell makes one man miss. Gets to the second level of the defense. Gets 3 yards. It's going to be third and short.
Yeah, given that good second and third effort, really pushing. And I want to see how the dynamics of this game changes. The Bearcats can put some points on the board.
We're going to take a Southern States equipment call down to the sidelines to Toby Nations after this play. Third down and 2. Shotgun formation. Hartwell tries to fake the snap count. Nobody jumps. 12 seconds on the play clock. Now a handoff again to Powell. Rumbles up the middle. Bounces outside. There's Dalen, 35. Tackled from behind at the 30-yard line. They'll move the sticks and spot the ball at the 29 of Stephenville. And the Bearcats are in a hurry-up offense, Toby Nations.
Yeah, really good job by the Bearcats. You're finally starting to see some of these Stephenville defensive front guys having to pick themselves up off the ground.
So a 4-yard gain on the play for Powell on that run. Second down and 6. Shotgun formation. Another handoff. And Powell gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose one. It will be third down and long. Nearing the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. Stephenville 14, Rustin nothing. Bearcats did have an opportunity, Nick Brown, back in the first quarter. They had fourth and goal at the inside the 1-yard line, and they could not convert.
That was a good defensive stand by the Yellow Jackets.
Yep. Empty backfield, third down and 8. Cats might be in field goal position. Hartwell back to throw. It's another blitz. Goes over the middle.
Completed.
That is a catch. My goodness. Keshawn Malcolm with another tremendous grab on a third down play.
He used his body up against the Stephenville defensive back, basically on top of him, made the catch. A good one. They're showing the replay now on the video board here at Lobo Stadium. Just a great catch and hold on to the football by Malcolm.
First down and 10. Bearcats back in the red zone on the 18. Hartwell hands it off to DeMoss. He'll get to the line of scrimmage and not much else.
That's our wide receivers out on the back. Alex Hunt and the defensive back from Stephenville going at it just a little bit. Little fight out of these Bearcats here, Kyle, in the third quarter on this drive.
Second down and 10. Ball stays at the 18. Another empty backfield. 5 wide receiver set. Yellow Jackets have been able to get some pressure on Hartwell with a 5 wide look. Back to throw. Underneath to Malcolm. He gets tattooed at the 15-yard line.
Really important. He did get hit very hard, but he held on to the football. So great job. Took about 5 games in. You see now the acclimation of him developing into a football player here tonight.
3rd and 7, ball at the 15. Empty backfield again for Hartwell. 2:10 left to play in the third quarter. Cats down 14-0. He'll take the snap. Drops back. There's a blitz. Fires into the end zone. Up, incomplete. Great coverage by Cash Cribbs for the Yellow Jackets, and that will bring up 4th down and 7.
I think right here you're trailing by 2 at decision time. What does 3 do for you here?
I think at this point you may just need to get something on the scoreboard, and it looks like that's exactly what Rustin is going to try to do here. This will be a 32-yard field goal attempt from the far hash mark for Joaquin Ramos. Peyton Nation's the holder for the Bearcats. Snap, kick, it's up, it's got the distance. Splits the uprights, and Rustin gets on the board. Minute 53 left to go in the third quarter. Stephenville 14, Rustin 3. Back after this, this is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Bayou Kubota is a proud sponsor of Bearcat football and a loyal member of the Bearcat Football Club. Visit Bayou Kubota for all your tractor and farm equipment needs. Bayou Kubota, service with a purpose in Ruston, Bossier City, and Monroe.
Need extra space? Whether you're moving, downsizing, or just clearing the clutter, Premier Storage is here to help. Customers can easily check in and receive their lock from the kiosk anytime, day or night, or online at premierstorage.ruston.com. Gated access and on-site security features so you can store with confidence. Premier Storage, safe, secure, close to home. Reserve your unit today.
Lines to Toby Nations, and Toby, man, when you got somebody like Joaquin Ramos back there kicking for you, you got to feel really good anytime you can line him up in anywhere near 35 yards.
Yeah, it's just nice for the Bearcats just to kind of, get the goose egg off the board, get some points on the board. I mean, the defense is playing good. It seems like they settled down, but we just need the offense, to kind of drive it down the field a little more.
So Ramos will kick this one away. Thank you, Toby. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Just a short kick, and this will be fielded. A fair catch made, and they'll call it, let's see, the fair catch was at the 22-yard line. We'll give you that Smoothie King scoring drive here. Ruston Bearcats do get a field goal.
Well, the momentum of it, Kyle, you look at it, a lot of people said, hey, you're going to onside kick here. Not going to do that in that situation because your defense has been playing so well. Don't want to give the Yellow Jackets the ball with great field position. So now defense go out and get another stop and see if we can close this lead to 14-10.
And credit where it's due, Keyshawn Malcolm is the one that kept that drive going a couple of times on third down with some huge catches. And that was a 40-yard drive. That's what I was looking for.
There you go, looking for 40. There you go.
Math is hard tonight.
Officials are coming to discuss something. Maybe the exact spot of where he made the fair catch.
Yeah, because you had one judge over on the far side. He put it at the 22-yard line,
yes,
and they put the ball at the 25 for some reason. So we'll see who ends up winning this battle. All right, we got the word from the official tonight.
So everyone one of them threw their hands up for a fair catch. He did not receive it. So that's deception. So move the ball, dead ball where it is.
Shotgun set, handoff again up the middle. I think we got a new tailback in for the Yellow Jackets. We'll try to make sure we get the accurate number on that. That did not look like McClendon.
No, that was Aiden Adams on the tackle for the Bearcats.
Carter Van Zant, that was the sophomore tailback on that run for Stephenville. A lot of time left to go in this football game. Minute 25 to go in the Ponchatoula's Log Cabin third quarter. Bearcats down 14-3 on the Robert Temple State Farm scoreboard. Shotgun set, 3 receivers. Rustin almost jumped off sides there, but got back in time. Jordan hands it off, and Van Zant gets to the 24-yard line. 2 yards in a cloud of dust, and this is a huge third down coming up for this defense.
Absolutely. See Hunter Soto trotting off the field. Good job tonight on the defensive line as well as all those guys. You look at them. Kyle, this stop, really, you look at it, 44 seconds. It's going to be the fourth quarter. There are not many drives. This reminds me of those games with Bird from years ago.
Right.
Where you literally had 1, 2, 3 possessions a half, and that was it.
Shotgun set on 3rd and 8. Jordan back to throw. He has to scramble to get out of the pocket. He's going to be close, but I don't know that he's going to have it. Nope, he's going to be 2 yards shy, and that is probably going to end the third quarter of play, which has been brought to you by Ponchatoula's and Log Cabins. So we'll go to the fourth quarter after this break. Ruston down 14-3 to Stephenville. Back after this, this is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
When on a journey towards the best dentistry with exceptional care, you need travel no further than the heart of Ruston. There you will find the team behind Johnston & Murphy Dental Care. It's a goal built on the tradition of excellence established more than 60 years ago, a legacy in superior dental care. It's a journey worth taking and one we're proud to make with you. Come experience the best dentistry and exceptional customer service. Johnston & Murphy Dental Care, where every smile has a story.
Hi, I'm Ryan Colpitz, chaplain for the Bearcats, and I want to invite you to come join me at First Rustin. We have worship services and Bible studies on Sundays at 8:30, 9:45, and 11 with great practical biblical teaching.
Ruston down 14-3. Stephenville very likely is going to go for it on this fourth down and very short yardage situation. If the Bearcats can find a way to get a stop here, they'll have terrific field position to start the first drive of the fourth quarter.
You got to be very patient. You know you're going to have the hard count. Try and get you to jump off sides, Kyle, here. Got to be patient on this defensive line.
Fourth down and 1.
Keegan Goldsmith telling his guys, don't jump. You look at them, see. And they jump.
Movement.
That's what we needed.
Movement on the offensive line. So this will be fourth down and 6 now. Big play. Should that break go the Bearcats' way? And if I'm not mistaken, it looked like it was going to be a direct snap to McClendon, who was 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That might just be one of those things, Coach, where you just kind of out-coach yourself.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this. That there was really, to us up in the booth, there was no question about who moved. And Stephenville was holding out all hope that it was on the Bearcats. Let's see how this punt goes, Kyle. Last time they did not kick towards Dalen Powell. Let's see if they do that this time.
So DeVivo to punt. This time he'll try his luck with Powell. Powell will call for a fair catch. Almost bobbled it, but he was able to pick it back up.
That has been one of the Achilles heel going out and watching, and I think it's tough tonight in a different stadium. You go through, you get used to seeing lights at one stadium, but right now, way to get back on the football. You really, that halo around you, and it's tough to catch a ball in traffic. Glad Powell's able to get back on it.
So now here in the Pierce Lumber fourth quarter, 11:52 left to play. Ruston down 11 points, 14-3. We'll tell you a little bit more about our friends at Pierce Lumber Company after this play. Shotgun formation, 3 receiver set. First and 10 Ruston, ball at their own 41. Hand off to Powell, spins off of one would-be tackler. And he'll get 2 yards to the 43-yard line. Nick Brown, tell us a little bit about Pierce Lumber Company.
Tell you what, love it. Go by and see Kerry and the guys, and Daniel as well. I always enjoy Pierce Lumber because Pierce Lumber, since 1936, Pierce Lumber Company has served North Louisiana with quality building products and paint. Pierce Lumber Company, 1032 Burgessville Road in Ruston. Bearcats from Pierce Lumber Company. See Daniel and Ben. Got a lot of great spices as well.
Shotgun set, second down and 8 for the Bearcats. Not sure why, but the clock actually stopped. And Hartwell goes over the top, caught by Morgan. 25-20, tackled inside the red zone.
We'll take it. He had Dalen Powell on the wheel route, too, both of those guys. Boy, that's very promising, Kyle. Two people wide open on the same play. I think your Stephenville defense getting a little tired. Bearcats take advantage of it with a hurry up.
Handoff to Powell. No, quarterback keeper. Hartwell breaks a tackle, gets tripped up at the 10-yard line.
Boy, I want to tell you, the defensive lineman that's Caleb Catlin, I do believe, Cortland for Stephenville, accidentally really tackled Dalen Powell on that good fake from Hartwell.
2nd down and 5. Ball at the Stephenville 10. Shotgun formation for the Bearcats. 3 wide receiver set. Hartwell keeps it himself on the fake. And pass incomplete. Hit at the bounced near the feet of Caleb Jones.
Yeah, that one just threw that one in the dirt.
So
in the turf, excuse me.
3rd down and 5. .10:44 to play on the Robert Temple State Farm scoreboard. Yellow Jackets 14, Bearcats 3. Rustin threatening to score here. Trips far side, shotgun formation. Hartwell keeps it himself. Runs up the middle. Now to the left side. He's going to be short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down and 2.
A little banged up on that play. They're helping Hartwell up. Bearcats do have a full allotment of timeouts. Kyle, be interested if they take one here. With 10:44 remaining in the contest, trailing 14-3.
And now they'll bring out Joaquin Ramos again for another field goal.
That thought process is, Kyle, you make it 14-6. You're 1 score away with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
So an official's timeout on the field. They wanted to chat something over. Hartwell's run was 2 yards shy. And now this will give the Bearcats the chance to go back over and huddle it up with the coaching staff. Let's see if we can get an idea from the white hat what exactly they're stopping play for here. It's 9:43 left to play in the Pierce Lumber Company 4th quarter. Bearcats are going to send Joaquin Ramos out to try a 24-yard field goal from the near hash mark this time. Bearcats in this quarter are going from right to left. Here's the snap. Good placement. Kick is up. No doubt about that one. Joaquin Ramos with a 24-yard field goal with 9:22 left to play in the ball game. It's a 1-score game here in Longview. Stephenville 14, Rustin 6. Back after this. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
I'm Brett Brown, and when I want fireworks, there is only one place I go, and that is Family Fireworks. Family Fireworks supports all Rustin High activities. John, Barbara, Jim, Jennifer, and Philip Ford are all Rustin High graduates. Family Fireworks is located at 116 UPS Road off Highway 33 in Ruston. We are the tent in the back. Just like you celebrate Bearcat and Lady Bearcat victories, come celebrate your firework holidays with us. We have been making memories for over 20 years. Come have fun with Family Fireworks. Ford family says go big Rustin.
Yard field goal by Joaquin Ramos cuts this to a 1-score ball game. And we'll get you more information on that Smoothie King scoring drive by the Bearcats here very shortly, as Joaquin Ramos will kick this one away as well. So Ramos has a pair of second-half field goals, and this will be fielded and returned, and there goes Trenton Dennis up the near sideline. Dennis to the 30, finally tackled and knocked out of bounds, but it's going to be great field position for the Yellow Jackets for this upcoming drive.
Kyle, you watch that, kind of a line drive pooch kick, and he had one man to beat. He caught it on the run, was able to break through that line, and good job from Ramos to bring him down. Actually lost his helmet on that one.
So 1st and 10. Ball placed at the Rustin 25-yard line. Bearcats are going to have to dig deep here on defense. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers. Jordan has McClendon in the backfield again, and he'll hand it off. McClendon bounces to the left, to the 20, 15, to the 10, 5, and that is a Stephenville touchdown from 25 yards out with 9:06 left to play.
And Stephenville going to be flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. McClendon took the ball to the end zone and hurled it towards the boxwood hedges, which spell out Lobos in the end zone. It's going to be the leg of their kicker. I don't think this 5-yard penalty will hurt them at all, but an unsportsmanlike on the Yellow Jackets. A 15-yard penalty assessed on the kickoff will be good for the Bearcats. Should be good field position. So now you're going to go down 21-6, just when you've cut it to a one-possession game.
Stephenville answered very quickly. Here comes the point after attempt by McNeese. Kick is up. Boy, a booming leg for a point after. It is good. Yellow Jackets 21, Bearcats 6, 9:06 left to play. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there. Contact local agent Skip Russell for a quote today.
Life is a workout, so make it a good one. Fuel your body with what it needs at Smoothie King. A delicious meal packed with energy, protein, and power.
Firmly founded in 1936, Pierce Lumber has been your go-to for quality building parts in Ruston and North Louisiana. Located on 10.
Able to get it back to a one-score game, down 14-6, and you blink, and Stephenville gets back up by a pair of scores. Now up 21-6. With 9 minutes left to play in this contest. It's been a good one, but if you're a Bearcat fan, obviously this is not the score that you were hoping for coming into tonight.
Not at all. You see where they're going to place this kick here. I believe DeMoss is at DeMoss and Powell back for the Bearcats. They're going to come up a little bit, going to move one up. There you go. Now, in case they kick it short, you got an opportunity to get a decent return.
Bit of a pooch kick, and DeMoss gets it at the 35, drops it, picks it back up, and he will just fall at the 35-yard line.
A little confusion there. Soto didn't realize he was back there, came back, nearly bumped into one another, and DeMoss fumbled that one. So a little bit better field position without the 15-yard penalty, but now Bearcats have some work to do, Kyle, trailing by 15 with exactly 9 minutes remaining in this contest.
So 1st down and 10 for Rustin here in the fourth quarter of play. They do have it at their own 35-yard line to start this drive. Hartwell back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his right, fires downfield, has Powell up and incomplete.
Hartwell got great arm, was able to avoid the sack, move rolling to his right, just overthrew Powell just a little bit.
So now it'll be 2nd and 10. The clock did stop after the incomplete pass.
Again, if you're just joining us on the Bearcat Nation Network or Q94, Lander Smith getting some time at tight end tonight. Kyle Maude Hudson out before the game. Then Cullen Clark went down with an injury during the game.
Shotgun formation. Hartwell Pocket collapses. He'll scramble way backwards. Fires up, incomplete in front of Caleb Jones.
That's really all he could do, Kyle. Not much protection at all. Stephenville, that defensive line just right in his face at the snap of the ball. I was going to say you were in 4-down territory, but if it's 4th and 10, I think you have to punt, see what the Bearcats can get make it a manageable 4th down.
So 3rd down and 10. Hartwell out of the gun. 3 receivers far side. Just dumps it off to Powell, and Powell can't make a man miss. That was an outstanding tackle by the linebacker, Colson Tomlinson. And it'll be 4th down and long.
Punting unit for the Bearcats coming on the field. Kyle Ramos really needs to put his foot in this one. Maybe get a turnover by the Yellow Jackets. Like this.
Here we go. Ramos. Not a very far punt. It will bounce in front of the returner. Takes a Yellow Jacket hop.
Miles Brown going to down at Kyle, probably around the 43-yard line where they're going to spot it.
So 1st and 10, Stevenville. Yellow Jacket fans are raucous tonight. Rightfully so. Their team has absolutely been fantastic to watch.
Is the horn one that Longview is famous for, or did Stephenville bring their horn?
I can't remember which one.
Or is Longview blowing the horn since Stephenville's the home team?
That's a great question. I have a feeling it's the latter. Shotgun formation. Stephenville's offense is back on the field. Jordan back to throw. He's going to throw a jump ball up, and it is caught. My goodness, Aiden Juergens hauls it in for a catch.
That was Darius Wood. You can't cover any better than that. That is a good football play.
So 1st down and 10 to go in Bearcat territory on the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10. Jordan takes the snap. Good toss out to the flats. Pass is caught by DeVivo. And he's still going to the side, the 15 to the 10. And that'll be a 1st down. Looked like he was headed out of bounds. And when the Bearcats thought they had life, Stevenville is absolutely robbing it from them here in this 4th quarter of play.
Yeah, you look on that play on the overside line, try to get that number, but Andy looked like he had him, but DeVivo made just a great move. A lot of pressure applied on that one, just a step slower tonight on that one was Trendon Moore. Would have deflected it or even sacked the quarterback, but good pressure applied, but good play by Stephenville. Give credit where credit is due tonight. Stephenville playing extremely well.
6:40 left to play here in the Pierce Lumber Company 4th quarter. Jackets 21, Bearcats 6. Jordan hands it off to McClendon. He'll muscle his way forward, gets stopped at the 2-yard line. Jackets fully in control of their destiny here. Second and goal from the 2.
Intend to let the clock run down. 5:50 remaining, Kyle. Going to snap it in single digits.
Bearcats try a run blitz, and they are able to stop.
They picked it up.
Clinton.
He fumbled the football.
I think they're going to say he was
Probably
down.
going to rule him down, but good job trying to strip that and go for a scuba score.
Yeah, the Boo Birds out on the opposite side of the field over in the visitor stands. That is the Bearcat fans that really wanted that to be a fumble. Anything they can get to get some life here in this fourth quarter. Jump ball to the back corner of the end zone. Incomplete, but there's a flag thrown, and then another flag thrown well after the play. Well, that just turns it from 3rd and goal from the 2, Nick Brown, to 3rd and goal from the 1.
It's not forgiven. Watch an NFL game last night. Same situation, 3rd and goal, and it was a fumble. So hopefully, deja vu.
Third and goal at the 1. Jordan, the quarterback, with McClendon to his right. Takes the snap, hands it off, and McClendon, I don't think he's going to have it. I think he's short.
I think he's short as well.
Yep, that's going to be 4th and goal from inside the 1-yard line. Really good on this defense, Nick Brown, for not breaking here after giving up a couple of really long plays. They might be able to get the stop here that they need.
Clock continuing to run down to 4 minutes here left in the game.
Stephenville 21, Rustin 6. The nose of the football is just short of the chalk of the goal line. Jordan under center. Hands it off. McClendon muscles his way through and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. (27-6) with 3:43 left to go. That score brought to you by Robert Temple State Farm on our scoreboard. Extra point up. It's good. 28-6, 3:43 left to play. Back after this. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Firmly founded in 1936, Pierce Lumber has been your go-to for quality building parts in Ruston and North Louisiana. Located on 1032 Burgessville Road, we carry tools from DeWalt, Milwaukee, Senco, and Ego Power Tools. We're your home for locally sourced lumber and quality building parts. As well as being your local supplier for Benjamin Moore Paint, we offer delivery of our products from our door to yours. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram, and remember, if you're making it, make it with Pierce Lumber.
No one can predict the future, but there are preventative measures to ensure our property's belongings and...
Well, let's take a Southern States equipment call down to the sidelines to Toby Nations. Toby, obviously that's a tough pill to swallow right there.
Yeah, you can see Stephenville. They're really trying to seal this deal here. I mean, they know what happened here last year, so they're trying to, make a little statement against Ruston.
Now, if you saw that or Kyle, now a unsportsmanlike penalty against the Bearcats assessed on the extra point. So Stephenville going to kick this one off from the 45, no doubt with the leg probably out of the back of the end zone, maybe on the track.
It appears Stephenville is going to improve to 6-0 on the season. Rustin, barring a 22-point comeback with under 4 minutes to play, Rustin will enter district play 4-1 on the season. We will have head coach Jared Ball, we're expecting to, in our post game, and that will be brought to you by the Bearcat Football Club and Hinton Driving Academy. one of the puzzles that you have to kind of work your way through here at this stadium. It's a beautiful stadium, a wonderful campus, but getting from the field to the press box is sort of labyrinthian. But
you can't get there from here.
Yeah, it's really tough. Shotgun set for Hartwell. He's going to roll to his right. Looks downfield. He'll check it down, and that's Jones. He'll get a couple of yards on the play, but he gets tackled inbounds. Good pass right side to Powell. He does get out of bounds on the wheel route. Don't think he's going to. Yep, he's going to have enough for a first down, and that will move the sticks. Hartwell with an empty backfield. Passes right side and incomplete. Stops the clock, 3:04 to play. Stephenville 28, Rustin 6. Shotgun formation. 4 total receivers, trips near side. Hartwell rolls to his left. You have to throw across his body. Fires a bullet to Caleb Jones.
And he just took a shot, Kyle. It's going to be flagged. Cheap shot on Hartwell.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense with a late hit on the quarterback. Number 33, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So now 2:55 left to play. Stephenville 28, Rustin 6.
And the strength of which Hartwell had to throw that one across his body, zipped it in. Good pass and catch. Afraid too little, too late tonight for the Bearcats, Kyle.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receiver look. Hartwell goes to the left. Pass caught by Keshawn Malcolm, and he shoved out of bounds. He'll get 5 yards on the play. Second and 5. The clock continuing to run. We're nearing the 2-minute timeout. Hartwell steps up, fires towards the end zone. Powell can't haul it in. Threw it just a little bit too far over his head. That brings up third down.
And that one thought he might tuck that one and run, Kyle, but need to really try and put some points here on the board. And sailed it just a little bit over the hands of Powell, as you said. Bearcats trailing 28-6 with 2:19 remaining in the contest.
Third down and 5. Shotgun for Hartwell. Dalen Powell stands to his right. Back to throw. Throws another one up, and there's a lot of jersey tugging, and they will call a pass interference that was thrown into double coverage towards Keshawn Malcolm. And Malcolm might have had some space in between that cover too, Nick Brown, and all you could do really was try to pull on the jersey, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, that's one. I think if it wasn't 28-6, I think if it was a 14-14 game that looked right in between them, ball was way over his head, probably would have said uncatchable. So Bearcats, if they can take advantage of the break, put some on the board.
Let's take a Southern States equipment call down to the sideline to Toby Nations. Toby, 2:14 left to go. Obviously down 3 scores. You had a chance earlier in the fourth quarter to get this once it was back within 1 score, but still you got to, if this one doesn't turn out the way you want, you got to turn the page on it pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, the kids, they're down here fighting. You can tell. I mean, they're not down on the sideline. They're just trying to get something generated here.
Hartwell, right side on first down, incomplete, intended for Jones. Stops the clock with 2:11 to play. Yellow Jackets 28, Bearcats 6. Here in the Pierce Lumber fourth quarter.
And Kyle, you could just tell it from the time you came through warm-ups that, 63-17 last year. The Bearcats won this game. It's one that circled. They're undefeated. The best team we've played so far this year.
Shotgun formation. Powell motioned out of the backfield. Hartwell over the top. Caught by Morgan at the 20-yard line. Josiah Morgan still going to the 15. Thrown out of bounds around the 11-yard line. So a first down pickup on the play.
And no quit right there. Great route running. Create something in space. See what Bearcats need to put a touchdown on the board.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side. First and 10 at the Stephenville 11-yard line. Hartwell looking towards the end zone. Incomplete, intended for Alex Hunt.
Last time Bearcats did not score a touchdown, Kyle, will be in the championship game last year.
1:58 left to go. Stephenville 28, Rustin 6. Back after this. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
No one can predict the future, but there are preventative measures to ensure our properties, belongings, and families are protected. At Provision Security, this is what we do best. Our team of security professionals install and service the latest technologies in security alarms, access control systems, IP cameras, and much more. We take pride in securing the homes and businesses of North Louisiana. If you're ready to safeguard what matters most, call us at 318-255-1566 for a free quote. Provision Security remains dedicated to protecting your past, present, and future.
Calling Bearcat Nation. This is Bill Hogan at Century Next Bank. Here we love our Bearcats, and we know there's no team like our home team. Remember, when you bank with us, you bank with locals. And that's a win for our.
Shotgun formation for Hartwell, and that pass is complete. Caleb Jones hauls it in. It'll be 3rd down and 4 at the 5-yard line. Quick toss up, caught by Powell, and that's a Bearcat touchdown.
I tell you what, nailed Hartwell, knocked him to the turf late again. Leave the same player, 33 for Stephenville, the Yellow Jackets.
So now Rustin with a chance to cut this to 15. So 1:37 left to play. Powell with a 5-yard touchdown grab. Point after by Ramos is up. No good. Wide to the left. 97 seconds left to play. We'll keep it here in the Wood Marine broadcast booth.
Now, doing the math, I was thinking, okay, if you go 28-14, if you go for 2 there, this 2-score game, if you go 28-13, you don't chase points till late if you were to have an onside kick. At Ultimate Optimist here, you get the onside kick, you recover, you score in 1 play. Get the onside kick, score in 1 play. I mean, it could be done. It's, as the Mythbusters used to say, it is possible, not probable. But interesting to see how they change that with these still. You have to have 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. I tell you what, Hartwell really took a shot, Kyle. I don't know if you saw it on that last play on the touchdown pass. Going to be feeling it in the morning.
District 2-5A play will begin next week, and from what we saw from Ouachita last year, they bring back a lot of those very good skill position players and also a couple of big players on the defensive front. So
Ouachita's up on Franklin Parish in the 4th quarter, 42-14.
Yeah, that's when you're playing in District 2-5A, nearly every team you play, nobody's going to be an easy out.
Yeah, Neville's defeating Sterlington 28-14. That game in the 4th quarter as well. West Monroe defeated Scotlandville 40-0.
Ramos to kick this one away. Bearcats have all 3 timeouts. And he'll attempt an onside. Takes a good hop. And a flag thrown over, I'm assuming that's going to be offsides on the kicking team.
I'm assuming that's what they're going to call. I did not see that, but to watch that one. We'll see if they get a number on that, but you're right, that's probably the call.
Yep, kicking team offsides. So Stephenville, 96 seconds away from continuing its perfect season. Bearcats down 28-12. Rustin did just get a late touchdown with a 5-yard pass completion to Dalen Powell. Hand off to McClendon. Tackled by Adams, 2-yard pickup on the play. And I think it's very indicative here, Nick Brown, that Ruston High is not calling any timeouts despite having 3 on the board.
I think sometimes you go in, you meet tonight. Stephenville love our Bearcats. Tonight they were the better team, Kyle.
Yeah, Stephenville played outstanding tonight. Full credit where it is due. And just like Toby Nation said earlier with that Southern States equipment call to the sidelines, it's not like the Bearcats have dropped any intensity. It's just been one of those nights. And when you play a team like the Yellow Jackets as they go into the victory formation, we'll get ready to take it to our post-game show here shortly. I don't know if they're going to have to snap it again.
I think that's going to be it, Kyle, with like 4 or 5 second difference. I think they're just going to march it off, and, well, they may take one more snap, Kyle.
Yep, here's the final victory snap of the night. Down, and Stephenville represents Texas well tonight. The Yellow Jackets win 28-12 over the Ruston Bearcats, and we will head now to our post-game show. Back after this, final score again. Stephenville 28, Ruston 12. Back after this, this is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Calling Bearcat Nation. This is Bill Hogan at Century Next Bank. Here we love our Bearcats, and we know there's no team like our home team. Remember, when you bank with us, you bank with the locals. And that's a win for our community. Go Bearcats. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Skip Russell for your personal price plan today.
Around here, family is more than just a last name. It's who you show up for. For generations, the Compton family and Arclitex Windows and Doors has stood by this community with honesty, hard work, and a handshake you can trust. Because every window we design, every door we assemble, isn't just about your house. It's about your home. Family owned, community rooted, Arclitex Windows and Doors, a family business built for your family.
At GBT, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community, and we're proud to cheer on Ruston High Athletics.
Whether it's on the field, court, or track, we're excited to stand by our athletes and celebrate their hard work and dedication. With GBT, you're always banking on a winning team. Go Bearcats!
Headquartered in Ruston, Louisiana, HGA is a full-service project management and engineering services firm providing professional services to clients throughout the U.S. and overseas. HGA builds long-term client relationships by listening to clients, leveraging the experience of its professional team, and delivering on its commitments. HGA is a proud supporter of the Bearcat football program.
Argent Financial Group with over 30
12 against Stephenville, and as we've said all game long, the Stephenville Yellow Jackets were absolutely here to play tonight, and they did just that. They were fantastic to watch. They got everything done from all phases of the ball game. Really, the story for tonight was just how much pressure Stephenville was able to put on Ruston from both the rushing perspective and from a passing perspective earlier in the ball game, but then also doing a great job of getting some open receivers in some lanes. And so, really, again, full credit to the Yellow Jackets where it's due. They were the better team.
They took advantage of it. The early slant, you got behind, and that's something I think maybe we trailed a little bit at Longview, able to bounce back. Just a very good team. You came here, but they circled this one on their calendar. You remembered it? I mean, you come back, you beat a team last year 63-17. I believe they were undefeated last year, Kyle, when we played them.
Yep.
And much was made about the Battle of Louisiana and Texas, and they circled that, came over here. The Bearcats had their way with them, but it's a different team and a different year. And this is one that, quite frankly, all games are important, but I think tonight it looked a little bit like Stephenville. It meant a little more to them tonight. Not taking away anything from the Bearcats' performance. They played hard, but it just seemed like Stephenville really – this game meant more after that drubbing they took last year. They were embarrassed after last year's score.
Yeah, this is one of those games, Nick. I know that it's out-of-state opponent, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that correct me if I'm wrong. If you remember the way Texas power rankings work, they don't even have a power ranking system, and so for them to be kind of having Rustin circled on the calendar, I know that was something that was more about pride than anything else, and they wanted to come out here and just show just how good of a team that they were going to be, and that they weren't going to be like what happened last year.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm going to tell you their fan bases were prepared as well. I don't think they were prepared for the Bearcats last year. They came out in full force here on the home side. Everyone, a cowbell or some ringing apparatus that I will hear in my sleep all the way back as Carswell drives us home. But I just want to tell you, we watched a really good football team play tonight. The Bearcats have a really good team. You go back, you got to clean up the mistakes that you've made, and they will do that. And you go through, and I look forward to talking to Coach Ball and talking with him about, just his thoughts on the game. But you look, Kyle, glaring thing is you go back, I was able to go to the JV games this week, watched it. We had some issues with punt returns. We had those tonight and kick returns as well. That's something definitely we need to shore up, and I think the kickoff had a couple of return yards back tonight. So those are things I know going to look at. You had turnovers, but you go back. Really, you start district next week. It's homecoming. We're going to be back at Hoss Garrett Stadium. Want everyone to appreciate you listening to us on Q94 and watching on the Bearcat Nation Network, but we want you in the stands at Hoss Garrett Stadium next week.
While we wait for head coach Jared Ball to come up, just looking at some unofficial stats, and again, want to say thanks to Travis Cannon and to Luke Forrester for the terrific job that they have done with this. It looks like from a stats perspective, it was really even between these two teams. Total yards of offense, 295 for Ruston, 293 for Stephenville. Passing yards, Stephenville had the edge there. Rushing yards, Bearcats had the edge. 197 yards through the air for the Yellow Jackets, 139 for the Bearcats on the ground. And Rustin held the rushing attack for Stephenville to just 96 yards. And so looking at quarter by quarter, Stephenville was up 7-0 at the end of the first, 7-0 at the end of the second, 14-0 at the end of the second, 14-3 at the end of the third quarter. Bearcats got that back within 8 to 14-6, but after that it was all Stephenville until Dalen Powell was able to get a touchdown on a wheel route into the end zone.
Well, you go back and look at last year. I'm going to tell you that the Bearcats lost their first game. Look at offensive production. Last year, of course, we were shut out in the Dome, and that was 0 points. But prior to that, Kyle, we had 21 points against Longview. That was a victory, and we had 21 points scored against Neville. So this is one of the lowest offensive production games that we've had in 2 years, but I think it gives credit to that team that's down in front of us right now, the Stephenville Yellow Jackets.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we should have head coach Jarrett Ball. Rustin falls 28-12 to Stephenville tonight, and will be 4-1 on the season. Back after this, this is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com. here with head coach Jared Ball of the Bearcats. Coach, obviously a tough one here tonight. This Stephenville team, they were ready to play.
Yeah, they were, and I thought we had to beat them pretty good defensively. Thought we played pretty well defensively initially, and couldn't really generate any offense to help them out. Left them on the field a bunch early on. But Stephenville's a good football team. I mean, they've got a rich tradition of winning, and I mentioned it, I guess on the coaches show that they lost our ball game last year and then ended up winning their district after that. Our ball game was the only one they lost, and I thought it snowballed on them last year. And for us, we were scrambling. We had some unfortunate injuries at the end of the week.
Right.
Really shook things up game plan wise, and then whenever Cullen Clark went down in the first quarter, that really ditched the part of the major part of what the game plan was offensively, and so it was scrambling again, trying to get things together. But I'm not going to use that as an excuse. We've got plenty of other things and plenty of other personnel packages to deal with. It's like I told the kids afterwards. Anytime you got some guys that are injured and they're normally in the playmaker realm of guys that make plays for you, somebody else has got to step up. And just offensively, we just really didn't have a lot of plays that were made by other guys, and we're going to have that.
You look at that, Coach, and you've had a close game you won versus Longview and a close game tonight that we got beat. What is the biggest thing that we can take away from this and move forward?
Well, I think, just really probably what I said is like I think people get dependent on other people making plays and kind of waiting around on those people to do that, and we need to take advantage of opportunities that we have. I thought we had some opportunities to make some plays, and we just didn't get it done in spots offensively, and which, in the kids' defense, we were doing some things different than what we've really game planned all the way up until Wednesday, whenever we had an injury, and then ended up Thursday, same thing, and then today during the game, and so it was bang, bang, bang on things as far as that's concerned, and that's rough on the kids to be able to scramble around. I mean, sometimes coaches know where they want to go to try to get things going, but sometimes the coach's knowledge doesn't get transferred to the kids, and so I think maybe we'll do or try to do a little bit better job of making sure we've got some things in place whenever we have for injuries. I hate to say you got a plan for injuries,
Sure,
but you do, and we do, and we do. We've got some alternative things, but it's not anything that you just stick with, and that's the main part of the game plan.
One of the biggest Achilles heels tonight, you see it, and we saw it this week, and the junior varsity, just right now with returning punts and special teams has been an Achilles heel for us so far.
Yeah, I mean, and it hasn't been an issue really up until now, and I don't know what the issue is, but we're going to have to get that corrected. I don't think it helped. I think that's probably Dalen's first fumble that he's had on the year, and it was not really a good opportunity or a good timing. Of course, they never are, but early in the game, giving those guys good field position. Missed an opportunity early in the game to get some points. Probably should have kicked the field goal, but we were on the 1 yard line. That's something that we're used to doing, but we didn't have all of our personnel available, and probably should have just went ahead and took the points early on. I think that would have changed to put a little more pressure on those guys. They were just able to play comfortable the whole time because they had the lead. We hadn't generated much offense, and so that allows you to be comfortable, and you really stay into your playbook, and you're able to do some things with that. And we just got to get back to it. I mean, it's not like going back to the drawing board. We've got a lot of tools to work with. Going to have to evaluate injuries after tonight and kind of see where we land in the way of that, see who's going to be available for a very good Washita team.
I was going to say, and it's important, like as district play begins, we're at the midway point of the regular season, and so you're going to have to, obviously as a coach, you got to put this one in the past and keep the kids focused on what the goal is for this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like winning ball games, in my opinion. You've got to move on. You got to take the good and the bad. Hopefully, get the bad improved on and build on some of the positive things that did happen, and move on to the next one. Because if you don't, it'll snowball on you, and you'll get beat behind it. And our kids will come back to work tomorrow. I think they'll be a little more focused. I think it's tough on kids. I just didn't think that we seemed like we were ready to play from the very beginning. Not a lot of energy and all of that, but whenever you have some of your key guys out or injured, that kind of affects everybody's mood. And they got to get past that. I mean, regardless of who's available and who's ready to play, we've got to make sure that everybody's out there ready to go and take some initiative for themselves.
Well, one thing that I thought, just watching the teams run out on the field, as you look at last year, we beat them 63-17. I think it meant a little more to them tonight because they're coming out, hey, this team, we embarrassed them. You mentioned it last year. They only lost 2 games, one of them to us. And they came out and said, hey, with Texas-Louisiana battle, and they came out tonight and just had it. One of the probably, you look at Longview and this one, the best 2 teams we played this year.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate to me that we didn't have everybody available and be full throttle for this group. I struggle with that sort of thing because I think if we had everybody available, I think the whole deal goes obviously different for sure. I can't promise you that we would have won, but I do think it would have gone differently. It almost makes me want to sign back up and play those guys again next year, just because of how competitive I am. And, anytime you're not full speed and you don't feel like you've got everything available that you could use on your football team, it kind of leaves a sour taste in your mouth. But, we'll regroup tomorrow and get some things ironed out and continue to coach these kids hard, and they'll continue to work. And, again, if we don't, there's another good football team that'll be there for homecoming next week. I'm expecting, I would think we'd have a big crowd, big homecoming crowd, and everybody be excited about us getting back home. I think our kids will be excited about being back home, and maybe that's what it is, some of their energy. You play all these road games, and a lot of them are way far off, and there's not a lot of fans in the stands. We do appreciate the ones that came over, but, our kids are kind of used to home games, and there's a big crowd, a big atmosphere.
You feed off the energy. You do. Yeah, definitely.
You absolutely do. And so, playing road games is a tough deal. And so, maybe that's a part of it along with some of the other things. But we'll get it figured out, hopefully, and get to work on it. And hopefully have a better show on next Friday.
And the good news is that 3 of the next 5 are at home. Coach Ball, thanks as always for joining us, and be safe going back home, obviously, and then we'll call it a night from here. We got one more break to take, and then we'll start packing it up. Ruston falls tonight to Stephenville 28-12. Back after this. This is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.